Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno Campaign 2. I am your host and game master, Skajarmas, otherwise known as Toneshift, and with me today, we have our full cast of players. We have Tom117Z playing Rosa Solwyn, our female Elvon Mithra Watcher.
So much blood, it's everywhere.
We have Mystic playing Aeon, our male Moogle Time Mage.
Kapow!
Kapow! We have Hades Shadow 92 playing Cassandra, our female human dragoon.
I jump good.
You do jump good. Very good. We have Darkness playing Kunara, our female Lupin warrior.
Remember to take deep breaths, Rosa. You're doing fine.
If I had a gale for every time you said that.
And last but not least, we have Ari playing Kayena, our female Tarufel engineer.
Hello.
So, where last we left off, the Freebirds had found themselves entangled in an elaborate series of events in the city of Windurst, as a large number of people had seemingly been abducted by a still as of yet not fully identified group of individuals intent on selling them off to a less than savory individual from the distant country of Mikias on another continent. In collaboration with the City Watch and the naval vessels parked outside of the city of Windurst, you have enacted a daring rescue operation, one half rescue, one half siege, as the slavers have found themselves huddled together and waiting in the abandoned ruins of a pre-Amber Tide fortress left to ruin after the events of that apocalypse. And so your attack began in earnest with the rising of the sun and the arrival of the Mikian merchant. You stormed through the broken down gates and towers, cutting your way through these individuals, these criminal elements in the fortress, bit by bit, making your way towards the primary entrance, with some little bits of existential trauma here and there, before eventually finding yourselves near the front gates, with any enemies that remained having withdrawn inside the keep, and a moment of silence and reprieve in the immediate aftermath of the battle. And it is upon that note that we shall begin. It is still morning, and you stand outside the front gates of the Slaver's Den. Cassandra and Aeon, you two are both a little battered, but everyone else is basically fine. The remnants of your battle surround you. Rosa, your stomach still does not feel okay.
It's decidedly emptier.
It is that. You could do with a lunch right about now. But either way, you have this moment of quiet. How do you proceed? What are you doing? We're not currently in combat.
Where did we go? Is that door open?
Tiamat kind of touches down behind. Yeah, Tiamat kind of touches down behind you, Cassandra. Ooh, okay, down, Aeon. My neck's getting tired. Ow. My goodness. Oh shit! I just realized I forgot my dice. Hold on a second.
What?
You forgot the dice.
We're playing a tabletop role-playing game about dice, and he has no dice.
I would let you borrow
I'm
mine.
sorry,
but...
I remembered everything except my dice. I would have gone to get my dice sooner, but then we started talking about phasmophobia, and
You know,
then it just
it's
kinda
almost like the
disappeared.
game's called Final Fantasy D6.
Shut up!
I would let you borrow mine, but I can't break virtual reality.
Shut up! Shut up! I got my dice. It's all good. It was just a moment. It was a brain fart. I slept like shit. Give me a break.
I mean, half the people in here still use the 3D dice.
Roleplay.
Speaking of
Rosa?
roleplay.
They could use a bit of healing.
Oh, right, yes, I can do that. Aeon, are you looking a bit... Does it hurt if I press here?
Ow, Koopa.
Okay. Drink this. This is raspberry flavored.
Yeah.
Okay, let me have a look. I have this one, which is strawberries.
That works, Koopa. I won.
Okay, bottoms up. And I give a potion of healing.
All right, Aeon regains 25% of his max HP.
Thank you, Rosa.
You are very welcome. Boops him on the nose.
Okay, so that's 13 hit points back to Aeon.
Timothy, did you get hit?
Nah, I'm good. My neck's just a little stiff.
All
I
right,
took most of the hits for you.
you did very well, Aeon. You are awesome. You too, Timothy. And okay, Cassandra, you got. Is that a arrow shaft in your shoulder? Gosh.
Huh? Oh, look at that.
How are you moving?
It's fine. Just needs a little bit of a tug.
Nope. Not gonna throw. No,
Okay, that's
nothing.
5 points of damage for just bluntly ripping an arrow out of your shoulder.
See?
Sandra.
It's okay. It's bleeding. How can I go now? Take this. Just takes the raspberry potion, just shoves it in a gullet. Stop bleeding. How much blood?
All right, that is 15 hit points back to Cassandra. I'll bump that up to 20 just because I'm nice like that. You're up to 55.
Oh, that's better.
Good. No blood. My hands are cold. Okay. I'm gonna need a moment. Give me a second.
Take all that you need. As for you, Cassandra, I admire that you dispatch those foes, but try to do it less reckless.
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought I did pretty good.
Cassandra
Dan-
is a dragoon, from what I can tell. The whole tactic is hit and run.
Yes, not stick around
No.
taking on multiple foes at once.
No. Hit and run is boring. I came up with something better.
Oh?
It's hit and jump.
Uh-huh. Sure.
So you can't really throw a fireball at me when I'm 100 feet in the air now, can you?
I need
In
to
other
get shot
words-
in the elbow though, or the shoulder, whatever.
Oh, lucky shot.
I'm surprised you haven't called it jump suicide.
Why would it be suicide?
You clearly took the most damage out of all of us.
That's because
This
I took
guy
on
with
the
a face
most
palm in her face.
guys.
This guy with a face palm.
I don't like that word.
No, Aeon, there's no suicide here. That's a bad word. Bad word. Kunara should know better.
Says the one who risks her life.
There's guys saying, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just watching.
You see?
At any
Kai has
rate,
the right idea.
we still have a job to do. The hostages are not going to rescue themselves.
Right.
Yes.
Good idea.
Which
Walks over to the door. And just taps it with her spear.
I think I should go in first.
Well, we have to be polite first, Kunara.
Wait,
we're not heathens.
I'm just gonna point. Hold on, let me just.
This is a siege, for goodness sake. This is politeness.
Hello.
Strike the sword.
Hi.
Rosa's trying to get in a word edgewise.
Kai, they're fighting at the front door to see who goes in.
Kids, that's enough. That's enough, kids.
Children!
I
Just
just wanna-
Kai. I don't know why. Just Kai having Aeon and look holding his hand, and then she's like, "Hey, that's enough."
Yes,
Alright.
that's,
Yes,
yeah,
Rosa.
right. And sorry. Just give me a. On. She takes 3 deep breaths in and out again. Okay. I mean, they ran into that door, so they're probably barricaded and set traps and stuff. And there's another entrance up there. She points up to the archer's nest.
Good thinking, Rosa.
Oh, I am good at thinking and lateral thinking and all kinds of theoretical thinking.
Well, I guess if we're gonna get up there, I say, Aeon, Tyr, come here.
What's up?
Aeon,
Sandra?
she grabs Rosa by the waist, she pulls Aeon and Tyr to
Wait,
her.
what are you doing?
I
And they say, well, let's get up there. Jump.
No.
Okay, I need you to make a force check because you've yet to take a limit ability that lets you effortlessly do that.
This is gonna end tragically. You're trying
So-
to lift 3 people at once up there.
One person
no.
and 2 little creatures.
See,
That's
They
still a
moved
long
Rosa.
way.
Why?
Rosa's
Why?
light.
Why lift here? He can fly.
With that Aeon
For
on his
fun.
back.
For fun.
Fun.
13.
Okay.
Okay,
13.
good.
That is one more than what you needed.
Oh,
Damn it.
Lucky.
I win.
Yeah, it was 4 per person. So, Cassandra, as you wrap your arms around these 3 individuals, you then bend your knees, and Rosa and Aeon, you feel your stomachs thoroughly leave your bodies as you go up into the sky with just this, there's an intense force of G-forces on your senses. Probably some screaming. Tiamat is complaining, "As does not feel as fun when I'm not in control of it."
Whee!
And what's Rosa saying?
she's screaming.
Appropriate. But then a second later, safely land on the balcony.
Ah, ground. Nice, lovely. Excuse me a minute.
How?
I just need to. Okay. I'll
How
be
high
fine.
is this balcony?
You're not kissing the ground, are you?
Okay, so
So I'm just.
Rosa just curling up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
okay, so this balcony, I would say it's about like 2 medium ranges up.
Can you please, Cassandra, please warn me. You can do that next time. If I had something left on my stomach, I'd
that's
probably be
really
getting rid of
high.
it again.
Sandra,
Idea.
this is the cotton candy loser I put in.
What do you mean? Oh, there's another body. Oh, God.
I would say you should. So this is the guy who got to see the candy dimension.
He slapped me.
Did he now? Jerk.
There's blood mixed with cotton candy. This is a scene of nightmares.
Oh, come on. I've
It's
seen
really-
worse.
Tiamat's
It's really not that bad, Rosa.
Tiamat's tail kind of whips against your shins, Cassandra,
Ow! What?
and kind of makes his way over to Rosa. Don't mind them; they're just desensitized to it.
I am very, very sensitized. So much sensitized. Can you just? I'm gonna curl up here for a bit while you get the others and just die inside. Okay.
I vote no on that.
You're
Okay.
having to shout that to be heard, Kanara. They are high up and a fair
Right.
distance away.
Cassandra's jumping again.
Hold
And she
on.
will land there.
And while there's doing that, we're just gonna go. There,
Oh,
there's
no.
one thing. There's one thing missing from this pity pile. Flushy, come here.
Plus, you come here. It's like, she just lands right next to Kai. Hi, Kai.
Flashy. Oof.
He's like, I'm so used to this by now.
Is it ready, Kai?
He looks at it, she looks at her like, do I look like?
Yep. So she picks up Kai and jump.
He's just screaming as well.
I swear, if you pick up
And-
Sonara.
Do I have to make a force check for that one?
For only one person in this scenario, no.
Someone's
And-
gonna have to stay outside.
And puts Kayana down.
What about Fluffy? You left Fluffy.
Yeah.
He's
Yes,
gonna be worried about
Speaking-
those
yeah,
numbers.
speaking of
way.
Fluffy-
No way.
Yeah, speaking of Fluffy, Fluffy is currently at the edge there just before the water, scratching anxiously against the sun.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Hearing this, you see Rosa's tail twitch. She's going to stand up. Aeon's still on her arms. Go to the edge and go. Fluffy, can you? I don't think you can get up here, girl. Can you keep Falmath for our company, please? Be a good girl.
Nature check.
Please be bad. Please be bad.
Please do what?
Critical success.
All right, so upon seeing you, so Fluffy is very clearly anxious after seeing you yeet into the sky and hearing you scream and then come back down. But upon seeing you come back up, holding your comfort fluff, Fluffy visibly relaxes, lets out a few little relieved.
We'll be back soon, girl, and all the casual pickles you can have tonight.
I promise I'll protect her, Fluffy.
At that point, Fluffy just kind of, just sort of takes a few steps back and just sort of looks like she's about to go sit down, but then Valmafra's hand kind of finds the still sort of dangling lead. It's like, let's not have you on your own, shall we?
So, what
And
will
just
have the
kind
wall
of,
to
and then
break
just
down?
kind of complies.
So how did Kai react when Cassandra put her down?
She is muted at the moment.
Damn. Probably
I'm just
mother
wondering
coming
what
in.
up the wall to break down a door. False.
I mean,
Force.
I wouldn't break down the door entering the other entrance where everyone is by yourself.
Just imagine like opening the door and there's like smoke or something. You just see two piercing blue eyes.
Mother being loud. Yep, I had a feeling.
Hmm.
Oh, the mum.
Honey.
Mama Kayana, please be quiet.
Oh,
But so, just Cassandra just walks over to the edge. Just hey, Kanar, I think you're a little too big, but I could try if you want.
I mean, there is
No, I certainly won't.
there is a cliff edge to climb on this side. We could help you up, and there's a barrel to stand on as well, and all kind of things.
Mm. That is
got-
true.
You got digigreat legs. You're meant to be really good at jumping.
What about swimming?
That's what I was gonna ask. So, would it be possible for Kanara to scale this? I mean, what is it
You would
like?
need to make an athletics check, but you can certainly
Is it-
try.
I mean, if Kanara moves to the side with the barrels on over here where I'm indicating, there's pretty better chance of
That's
trying
what
to
I'm thinking.
scale all the way across this side.
That's what I was on about. Because I know there's barrels here, but they won't reach all the way up, and my thing's not working.
Also, less chance of you going in the drink if you fail.
Yeah. So you probably would walk all the way around to get there.
aw, no doggy paddle.
Doggy paddle.
Oh, come on.
Honey.
I'm disappointed.
All right, and as Kunara is making her way around, Valmafra nods up to the rest of you. Good luck in there. I'll take a quick scan around the perimeter and make sure there aren't any other exits.
Please look after Fluffy. She likes scratches on the head.
I've been around more than a few chocobos. And Valmafra kind of reaches up and gives Fluffy a few little scritches that, after a second of, resistance, Fluffy just kind of melts into just...
That's it.
And
Advances, she is best chocobo.
Valmafra gives you a grin. Oh, please. Like dogs, they're all the best chocobos. Come on. And starts guiding Fluffy.
Rose just pals. Fluffy really is best chocobo.
And Cassandra just comes up to the edge where Kanara is like, so, how's the weather down there?
He's just annoying you.
All right. Athletics check.
Can the wolf have hops?
That
We're
is
gonna
a
wolf
good
climb.
question. Should probably give it another try if it fails the first time.
Cassandra could kind of hang down her lance to try and get something to grab onto.
That's
But
a good point.
Yeah, but she's heavy.
Yeah, but it also offers a bit more support. But anyways, it appears to be another 9. A lot of 9s in this session.
A 9. Unfortunately, that is not high enough. As you, you get a good start, but as you start to climb up, it starts off more like a sort of a gentle slope, but it very swiftly arcs up into a more sheer, near vertical ascent, and Your
have no
armor
idea.
your armor is not designed for climbing such surfaces. It is heavy, it is cumbersome, it limits your mobility. So even though you're trying very hard, and normally you imagine you probably could, it's been a long time since you've had to climb something like this. And so you get about halfway up before, like, the added weight of your just naturally large Lupin body and your heavy plated armor just eventually causes your handhold to break away with a and your claws sort of bring up sparks as you sort of slide back down the rock face and back down to sort of just thump onto the top of the barrel with a little scattering of little pebbles and shorn sheets of rock sort of falling around you.
Oh, I have an idea.
Mm.
Aeon, could you eject her up here?
No, I want to try again.
I could have her sit on a barrel and levitate the barrel up. Telekinesis.
That would be pretty heavy. You don't even know what's in the barrel.
Try me! You don't test my strength, Kuna.
I mean, an eject would be like a really big jump.
Either it's me trying the barrel, or I eject you up here.
Do I at least get a second chance before that? And then
If
I may
you'd wish.
consider the
You get
hover
one
barrel.
more, and then you're being floated or yeeted.
Okay, well, if you're doing the second chance, you're getting eject.
Oh, that sounds very uncomfortable.
It'll be fine. You just need to land super gracefully. I mean, just pretend you're a cougar.
A what?
That's a canine!
Tom.
No, it's Rosa dropping the accidental racism. Comparing a Lupin to a cat, for shame.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
I am a cat. I'm allowed to make cat references.
Anyway. Yeah, we're going with the barrel idea.
2 and a 4.
Yeah. It's the barrel idea, it appears.
So yeah, you try again, but your previous scraping down got rid of many of your handholds, and you just can't find any more.
Okay, let's see if the barrel trick works.
Alright.
Maybe
What
someone
would
should
I
be
need
prepared
to
to catch her.
All right, so are you using eject to just launch Kunara, or are you trying to lift the barrel with telekinesis?
Well, I'm assuming he doesn't want. You don't want to be ejected. Plus, it's gonna cost my MP if I try that.
I have ethers. I can get it back.
I'm really nervous. I want to do eject so bad, but I'm really scared what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I
It's up to you.
I mean, many things could happen. She might even end up in the water.
I mean,
I'm just the referee here. I'm not the strategist.
Eject.
Just let them. All right. Here we go.
We
I
can
do
get your MP
eject.
back.
Okay. Kunara, are you attempting to resist this, or are you just letting it happen?
Knowing her, she probably would try to assist.
Okay, then in that case, I need an opposed force roll from you two. As per the rules of eject, the target and the caster make an opposed force check. If the caster is successful, the target is yeeted in a negative gravity zone and thrown into the air and suspended there.
Oh, that's a pretty good roll.
And you have a high force, so you might be wasting the MP here, Darkness.
Okay, so force check. So force is up here. So
Yeah, I know the exact
That's a
ability.
12.
Yeah, I know the exact ability that we're giving Aeon when next level up.
Can Aeon beat her 12?
No.
Oh no!
oh no!
Critical
I
fail!
knew that.
You just that's MP wasted. Thank you.
God damn it!
Even if I
Why?
didn't resist, that's a critical fail.
Well, they wouldn't have had to roll if you didn't need to resist.
This frickin' moon was nothing but bad luck. It's so frickin' ridiculous how it fits.
Okay.
Bad luck. You're
So Aeon,
Oh no!
Aeon, you reach your hands out and begin channeling the spell, this telekinesis thing that you've been so fond of your whole life. You know how to do it. And as the energy starts to wrap around Kunara, you kind of involuntarily tense, embrace your subconscious mind going, this is magic, I need to resist it. And for a second, Aeon, you think, okay, I've got a firm grip, I'll just yeet up, bring Kunara up here. And then that does not happen. Even as you lift your little paws up to indicate the come to me doggy person, instead there's this just downward forceful push. And Kunara, your eyes suddenly widen as instead of the sudden sensation of being hurled off your feet, you are suddenly compressed forcefully into the barrels beneath you. They splinter and they shatter. There is this massive cloud of dust that gets kicked up by the force of it.
Oh.
And Kunara, even though you technically succeeded on your check there, you lose 50% of your max HP as a result of the sudden force of being shoved into the ground.
Good job, Darkness.
Also, Kunara, I need you to make an awareness check.
I cry.
God. This is no fault. This is no one's fault but your own, Darkness.
Also, Aeon, I need you to make that same awareness check.
Why?
Just roll it. What'd you get, Darkness?
Noise.
10.
10. All right. I'm gonna send you a thing.
Oh wait, we all get.
Kanara's too damn prideful.
Apparently. Oh, that's a better roll. Why couldn't we have that roll earlier?
Shut up.
Wait, sending who a thing?
You, Darkness, I'm sending you a message.
Oh.
I
Okay.
wanted so bad to just grab the freaking Moogle and shake him. So bad right there.
No, not the baby.
Shake the wolf. She resisted.
Don't shake the baby.
Okay, 11, you don't notice anything, Aeon. But yeah, for the rest of you, you just see the sudden cloud of dust just kick up, and the sound of shattering wood, and you see wooden planks just go flying and spiraling out everywhere.
I know you said, like, wasn't noticing anything. I just see Aeon, like, looking up at the sky, and it's like, where'd she go?
I see
Not-
what you put.
Kanara, you weren't supposed to resist it.
There's this silence. There's probably a bit of smoke.
Not smoke, but definitely dust.
Kanara? She's gonna cast a heal spell down there.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So...
Hey,
that is 21 points of healing.
Okay, Kanara, you get 21 hit points back. What is the MP cost on that, Tom?
7.
All right.
Oh my god,
Have
I'm
you
wasting resources just to get this damn wolf up here.
All right, there we go.
Kanara? Are you sulking?
Are you being quiet on purpose, Darkness, or what?
Hang on, did I pick up? God damn it, Mike. Is this thing on?
There it is.
Yes.
There
Well,
it
it
is.
is now.
It is now.
Again, you probably just hear like a growl.
You know,
Uh-oh.
you know, sometimes when you resist, even subconsciously, it can cause a sort of magical feedback loop, which results in explosions. Fun fact. So are we trying that again? But you're not resisting this time, or are you just living down there now?
See, and there goes one of the dice. That's good.
What is Kanara doing?
I keep in the fight.
I guess she's.
She's attempting to. She is getting frustrated and pretty much impatient. She's gonna try another.
Gotta try to
trying
climb
another
again.
Climb.
I don't know why,
Bit
but I
better.
just keep trying to think of something.
Let's see.
What is it?
I don't know what. Oh my god, mom scared me.
What?
My mom scared me.
All
Sorry.
right, it was a 5 and a 2.
Why does she...
Plus your athletics.
11.
10.
I think I tried.
So
10.
one more, the last one.
10. That is just enough. Your frustration pushes you over the edge. You let out this low little growl after all of that, and you just manage to scramble your way up. This time, basically just forcefully digging your claws into the wall to, like, give yourself artificial handholds as you scramble your way up until eventually you haul yourself up onto the ledge.
Ah,
And-
that works, I guess.
And it's okay.
No, she's bad. She's gonna be mad.
He's just gonna hide behind Cassandra.
Rosa is going to look at Aeon, glare at Kanara, and go, apologize to the Moogle.
No, she didn't do anything wrong. I did.
You didn't do anything wrong. She wasn't supposed to resist.
She is looming over.
Oh god, looming over.
Yeah, Cassandra is holding Aeon protectively to her chest and glaring at the wolf.
If I don't see that I won't be afraid. I don't see anything.
Aeon?
No, I don't hear anything.
Well, I'm only going to say this once. You are not to blame. I shouldn't have resisted. Now can we unleash my frustration upon foes who deserve it?
Yep, we shall. Now, first things first. Aeon,
Yes.
it's time that we go make things right?
Football.
That's code for hurting people, isn't it?
You see, Tia, you're learning. Now, Aeon, drink your juice. Gives him 2 ethers.
But yeah. Okay. Go.
That's 16 MP back to Aeon.
I'm gonna drink one as well.
Right. Now then, now we're all here. I shall enter first, since I'm the one with the shield and the... don't know.
Right. And Cassandra just keeps holding Aeon close. It's like, you didn't do anything wrong, so don't worry about it, okay?
I know. I felt it in my gut, and I still went for it.
No, honey, it's okay.
I'm fine with it. I am. It's just so funny how this character is based on bad luck, and it's literally working in the favor of what I made.
Right?
The only time injectors ever worked was on a bloody bottle of booze.
The only time it's worked is to protect Cassandra, which was freaking shooting the shot glass out of the freaking boat ceiling.
And also on a vampire in a different world.
That was a Vela that did that.
Yeah? That was a dragoon.
Oh, my goodness.
All right,
Now
so
then.
now
Rosa.
So
Yeah?
Aeon gets 16 points of MP back.
Yep, I've already. Oh, I thought I already applied those.
You applied mine.
No. There.
I am great.
I know you'd be a bit hesitant, Rosa, but I suggest you take this while we're in there, just in case anyone gets in close quarters.
Huh?
Showing the knife she's been holding on to.
Thanks, but if someone gets close, I'll just cast, like, vines and stuff on them. I'm not stabbing someone.
It's only for emergencies. You don't have to do it all the time. That is a good point. Can they use concealed or not?
Yeah, he's
Since the knife would fall under it.
We use bows or staves.
Ah,
Ranged or arcane. So you could technically use it, but it would be a non-proficient weapon, which I'm not sure what the penalties
We'd
are.
be at
there.
disadvantage. I'm pretty sure that's a -4 just straight up to attack rolls. But yeah. And Rose gonna get... I appreciate it, Kanara, but she pushes the knife away. No.
Mm.
Just no.
You okay, Rosa?
I think I will be. Just, I'm
Fair
a
enough.
practitioner of the arcane arts. I'm not a warrior.
Yeah,
That is fair. In that case, to stay close to us. Let's go.
What were you gonna say, hon?
That's it. Let's go. We have to hurry, Koopa. We wasted so much time.
True.
Did Dalmoth see all of that?
Oh my god, I don't want to know.
I don't think. I mean, she probably saw, but she probably can't hear us.
Like, Rosa's just looking towards Valmafra. Like, is she just standing there looking disappointed in us?
Uh,
That's a good point.
yeah.
I love you.
What do you mean? No!
She's just kind of giving you this look from a distance with a tilted head and a raised eyebrow, like, seriously? Meanwhile, Fluffy is just kind of flapping her wings excitedly and letting out these occasional little trills like, yeah, you go, guys! Just cheering you on.
At least Fluffy supports us.
I also feel like it's having too much fun of our, well, unfortunates.
Let's go before we make
You mean
All right.
ourselves
you
look
mean
like
you're
even more of
unfortunate?
the idiots in front of the badass archer.
All right, so...
Come on, Aeon. We're gonna introduce more people to your.
All right,
candy
so
dish.
you beginning your descent?
Yeah.
So at the wall side of this little semicircular platform, this balcony that overlooks the sort of, I don't want to say courtyard, but the entrance, it immediately heads into an archway that hits a staircase that descends steeply into unlit darkness. Do any of you have a means of providing light?
Why did I imagine Kai making something?
I mean, you have the option to do that.
You know,
One,
yeah.
the phrase
I
"Why
have-
do I imagine" is becoming the new "Let's just say."
Like, yeah, I can see Kai. I want to do Kai making something that will give them light. Can you?
All right.
all right.
I have.
All right, so if you're going to use the invent job ability to give someone's piece of equipment the glowing property, pick someone and pick a piece of gear they have.
Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna pick a random number.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Pick a random number of 1 to 5.
Wait, who's else is with them?
Hmm?
Who else is with them? Because he
I-
said 5. Because
I think kind of meant like 1 to 4 is in like one of the other main party members.
yeah.
She can't do it to her own.
I actually don't know. Let me double check the ruling on that. We haven't really used the invent job ability much.
Is this a temporary thing that gets put on? Because I already have a thing on mine.
Let's see here. Engineer, invent. As a standard action, you may grant 2 bonus weapon properties to any weapon or piece of armor one ally has equipped. The first one of these properties must be explosive, and the second may be any of the following: Alchemist, Auto Flight, Auto Protect, Auto Shell, Element Enhancer, Element Strike, Element Ward, Skill Bonus, Engineer's Choice, Therapeutic, SOS Invisible, Glowing, and with very explicit GM permission on a case-by-case basis, Special Ability. Invent may only grant bonuses to one piece of equipment at a time, and the effects have a 25% chance to end at the end of said ally's turn. Each weapon property, other than explosive, may only be applied 1 time per day, meaning you could only grant a +2 bonus to a roll via skill bonus once, not once for every different type of skill. This might be very bad news for the individual using this newly converted auto-flight equipment to soar through the clouds, or when an ally's cloaking device starts fizzling right as they start sneaking through enemy lines. Weapon properties are discussed in blah blah blah, so...
Is explosive where it explodes on an actual one?
Explosive. This property is automatically applied. If an explosive item is destroyed, it will deal damage equal to user's power times weapon tier plus 2d6 fire or non-elemental damage to a local area. So if the item is destroyed, it will explode and hurt.
Yeah, I was just voting.
But
we
it's-
make
but-
like a torch thing, and I could light it with the flint. I mean, she
mean-
has still got flint.
Worst comes to worst, I'll volunteer my weapon.
Your
Yes.
little mog stick.
Glowing
Yes.
log one. I approve of this plan.
I mean, I think it makes a little bit more sense out of a spear, a sword, and a bow.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's do
we-
that.
Okay, so Aeon, you flutter forward, volunteering, and you hold out your little mog wand, and Kyanna, you look it over for a second, rub at your chin. You're like, I got just the thing. You reach into your little
Bless you.
you reach into a little pouch satchel at your side, and you pull out it's almost like lip balm in the way it looks. Except when you pull it open, it's not like this greasy thing. It's more like chalk dust that you then sort of gently start to rub along the tip of the mog wand, inscribing a few little currents and patterns before eventually you flip the little cylinder around in your hands, strike it against a bit of metal on your wrist, a couple of sparks fly off, hit the lines of dust, and they immediately light up a big bright white.
Yee, come on.
You are so shiny, Aeon.
Yee, thank you, Kai.
You're welcome.
Yee.
All right, Aeon, light the way.
All right, give me just a second.
Well,
I am
How
a
bright
crea-
is this light?
bright
There you
enough, bright enough that you can see that far around Aeon.
Oh, right, so Aeon could be in the center while Kanara leads the
The
way.
beacons have been lit. Condor
Can I-
Force Ray.
Wait,
The Kupos have been lit.
I want to be on Kuna's head while I hold the light. I'll be high and I have protection.
I
So
wouldn't
cute.
advise that.
Oh.
And
It
then
does
there's Patty's like,
technically make-
let him on bed, come on.
It does technically make a degree of sense, because who would you prefer up front? You in all of your armor, or the fluff?
Right, I'm just gonna delete this corpse.
Yee.
It just gets absorbed back into the bloody
Go back in the
candy
cotton
dimension.
candy world.
No, it's still there. I was just getting it off the map so that I could move you guys around easier.
Mhm.
Its soul will be
I mean-
torment for eternity.
Forgive me, but it's probably best if you just remain behind me for the meantime. Just in case anyone decides to shoot arrows. I can block those.
Okay.
Killjoy.
Oh,
I'll take the middle if that's okay.
Sure.
All right, go ahead and arrange yourselves in your desired marching order, if you would be so kind.
I'll be right next to Rosa and Aeon.
All right, so,
You accidentally just poke on the shoulder of your spouse. Ow!
all right, so,
Mikey.
so, the corridor descends deeper into darkness. But as you are starting to advance, you see off to one side as you're making your way down the steps, it does branch off into another direction. Two separate directions this light can take you, or this pathway. You could keep going straight down yet more stairs, or you could hook a right and see where this level path leads you. Your
I'm
call.
going to roll for awareness, see if Kanara can pick up on anything.
Roll it.
That wise.
Roll it.
Oh, that's... Where the hell was that earlier?
Right?
Okay.
You're just not good at jumping cliffs.
oh my god.
Well, we can't all jump good.
We're not Odgins.
Mhm. 14.
14. All right, so, Kunara, as you're sort of beginning your advance into these tunnels, you pause for a second, sort of hold up your fist in this hold up gesture, and you sniff the air a few times. From the level path off to your right, that sort of curves off and out of view, you can vaguely smell the same smells that you detected outside, briny sea salt and the like. Whereas on the steps heading further down, it smells old, stale, musty. But there is also the lingering smell of, I think maybe old fire, perhaps. And other smells. Some sort of sweat,
right-
perhaps.
The right path smells like it leads to outside. Although the straight-on path... Bit of a damp with... stench of odor.
The stench of odor.
Of a
Those odors smell like.
That is such an awesome sentence. And such a darkness thing to say, too. That is such a darkness.
Context. There it is.
Did he mean body odor?
It stinks of the stench of odor.
Drinking water.
Well, this is what happens when I have lack of sleep.
There you go.
And this is why I tell you, go to bed early.
I did, and I woke up early because bed.
You know, I was about to praise having such a heightened sense of smell, but if you're always smelling body odor, I'm not sure I should.
Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go to the weird smell room.
Okay,
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
Lead the way, Aeon, with your magic mog wand.
all right. So, continuing your descent bit by bit.
Just Aeon just holding the glowing wand, and then there's Kai just being so proud.
All right. So, as you keep making your descent, the stairway descends further and further down, and before long, you do see the flickering orange of torchlight further down, lit and burning and flickering. And the corridor that you're descending levels off near the bottom and seems to open up into a hallway, though from where you currently stand, you can't see much. But again, you can just barely make out the glow of torchlight somewhere out of view up ahead.
Be prepared, everyone.
I'm going to cast Protect on everybody preemptively.
All right.
With green wall, I imagine.
Yep.
And
Is that a once per fight or once per session?
It's once per combat, so if we're going into combat, I'll count for it.
all right. So at the start of the next combat, everyone will have 4 rounds of Protect.
Kai's already loading her gun, by the way.
Yep, you sort of pop it open like, ooh, I'm almost out of ammo. Withdraw a little cylindrical cartridge that has just a few little droplets left of some sort of blue liquid, cast it off to the side, and replace it with a new one. Like Percy reloading the list. You just snap it shut.
Just see.
Watching that show.
Like,
Yeah, so was I.
yeah.
You see Rosa kneels down, puts a hand on the floor, it glows green, you see like all the various moss and fungus and all that that's grown on these ancient walls just begin to share that glow, and the glow spreads out over everyone, and the blue shield covers you and then vanishes.
Nice.
Kanara's got her shield up and pretty much ready to draw her sword.
I thought you already had it out, but all right.
Nah, it's on her back in a moment, but she's pretty much holding it ready to draw it. If need to.
Why did I think of the same thing?
All right, so you guys continuing your descent?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, stepping your way down, I would like everyone to make an awareness check, please.
Oh god.
Except for Kunara, she already rolled it.
Also,
Yeah.
remember,
Three,
tier is here, so we
nine.
get 3d6.
Yep.
Yes, we do, and I already rolled 9, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think I see everything.
Wow.
I see so hard that I see the next campaign's plotline.
No, you do not. It's like,
I now have to look at my general awareness. Hold on. This is why I need the thing out.
right?
That is the thing you need.
Your awareness skill is 4.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
3d6 plus 4.
And also I sprained my foot. Oh, I also hurt my foot. 20?
Guys, that's good.
Damn! Yeah, that is a critical success. So you know, real quickly, Kunara, can you just add 1d6 to your previous roll of 12 just so that we know what it is with Tier Myth's assistance?
Yeah.
Because Tier Myth is around, you would have actually rolled 3d6. I forgot that.
I love how
Oh.
Tier's connected to Cassandra and she gets the lowest awareness out of it.
5. Holy shit.
Damn.
All right, so regardless, right? So
19, actually.
All right.
I would've
Well, regardless,
Yeah,
Kayana's the one who got the critical success. So Kayana senses it just moments before you, Kunara. As you're all descending and about to enter out into this open corridor, Kayana, you get this intrinsic feeling, this instinctual little buzz in the back of your head that stepping out into that hallway with your guard lowered would be a bad idea. And that is a feeling that is reinforced by a quick trio of buzzes from your pocket from you-know-what.
Oh god.
What's that buzzing?
She just like takes out the thing out of her. Takes out a scarab out of her freaking pocket.
Okay, so you watch as Kayana reaches into her pocket and pulls out this odd-looking mechanical beetle made out of brasses and bronze and coppers and golds. Its shell is engraved with this weird, elaborate series of swirling patterns and images of cogwheels and gyros and cogs. And its carapace just little filmy wings inside buzz rapidly.
What is that? Rosa. So when she starts leaning over it, hands behind her back, a tail swishing like in the video.
Oh my god.
It's a cat looking at a bug. Don't swat it.
Must hunt.
She's just staring at it. So
She's just
fascinated.
in awe of the scarab.
Cassandra just like, what's with your bug?
I think it's either I think I'm guessing here alerting.
What?
Alerting. Like I don't know the
Oh,
words.
robot.
I think it's telling us something. I don't know. It's like what?
But at the same time, Kunara, like just moments after that happens, you pick up the smell. There are people waiting for you in this hallway. You can smell them distinctly. Freshly arrived, the smell is potent, lingering, and constant. This is not a faded presence. There are people in that room, and they are holding still and quiet.
So the bug is talking to you? Why do you have a bug in your pocket? Is it your friend? Does it have a name?
Bernard draws the sword. Now for the time for chit-chat.
Oh, right.
Enemies.
We're in a death place. We're gonna talk about the bug later. I want to know his name because he looks cute.
I don't know which gender, but
Nothing can be as cute as you, Aeon.
she just. I
I'm
think
sure
she just
there'll
put.
be time for
Can-
that.
Can she put the scarab on her shoulder?
If you want.
Yeah, she could do that.
Yeah, so like you go to put the scarab on your shoulder, but almost as if it's sensing your intentions, its wings just carry it to your shoulder on its own, and it just settles there.
That's cool.
He's like, yeah, I think I'll keep it on my shoulder from now on.
So what was that it was buzzing about?
Danger,
I think it's alerting.
guess.
Yeah, I think it sensed something before you, Kunara.
I
Getting
did pick
outdone
up
by
on
a
strange
bug.
senses all around, but
If that bug has greater senses than Kunar, who knows all the body odor must smell.
Oh my god.
when you travel as long as I have around random individuals, unfortunately, the smell lingers.
Hey.
Did you lose your sense of smell, Jim?
Rosa just blinks, raises her arm, sniffs her armpit, realizes she hadn't had a shower in like 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
More like close to 4 weeks. You got
Like a
it's,
month, yeah.
yeah, it's the 26th. You guys met it on the 1st of the month, so
Actually, we're in
So,
town.
yeah.
We're visiting a bathhouse.
So you know all the talk except for Aeon. He's the one that recently had a bath.
Nick,
we're gonna
Yeah,
fight these
they-
guys or what?
yes.
Yes.
Just next time we're in an inn, I have shampoos, so we're gonna do that. So, how are we gonna do this?
Well, only one.
I'm sure as soon as they see us, they want us dead on sight. So how a
Maybe
fight
then-
usually goes.
I mean, maybe we shouldn't just go barging in, because I feel like I'm gonna get stabbed and I'm gonna cry. So,
Well, Well, I mean, they obviously know we're here.
Mind
so
your
like,
tone. I am sensitive and will cry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay.
And then
Kanara, after you said that, you can hear Kai just saying, "Really?" Just being sarcastic.
Oh my god. So Cassandra's just like, since they already know we're here, might as well have some fun with it, hey? And she just raises it. She just raises,
No.
Fuck up.
Are you kidding? You just got his face
You shouted Marco.
Yes.
There's a second that passes before you hear a voice shout back, "Fuck you!" An arrow comes shooting at Kunara.
Oh no, hon.
I am going to.
You can just see
Feel
Kai
like-
was disappointed.
I feel like as the Warriors of Light, we were a slightly more professional unit.
Right?
Just Kai just being like disappointed, just looking at Cassandra.
The question is, does Kanawa put up a shield before it hits her?
It is an 11 to hit, so you tell me.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
Just kind of looking at Cassandra, just like, I'm gonna freaking kill you.
Luckily, it's not a whole lot of damage. It comes out to a total of 4 between your armor and the protect spell. As the arrow comes shooting in and just sort of scrapes off of like your shoulder pad, just like leaving a little bit of blunt impact from the movement of it. And then you hear the archer, and then you hear from the same direction, shit. And the direction was from down here, by the by.
Right.
All right, Kunara, you are just advancing into darkness.
I mean, Aeon's light does extend out that way.
Well, if I was on Kuna's head like I wanted, I would have been able to light the path.
I mean, you can move forward if you want to provide that light.
Sure.
All right,
Let's
so.
go.
Yeah, but to be fair, that arrow could have accidentally hit you, so...
All
I
right,
could have hit behind your head.
all right. So, advancing into the hallway, the lot of you are greeted to a short corridor. To the left, it extends a bit before you see an individual with a sword out, and then another individual behind him with a more fanciful rapier with a sort of a red-plumed hat pointed towards you. Off to the right side of this room, you see the guy who presumably shot at Kunara, an archer, though you do not recognize them, fumbling for another arrow, and directly across from the exiting archway from that stairwell, you see a reinforced wooden door, though you do not know to where it leads.
Also, everyone's still got +1.
Okay, yep.
on
Yeah, actually,
accuracy.
yep. Dibs on these two over here.
Oh, look at that.
What'd you get?
Okay.
5-5, nice.
What did you get?
Okay,
5 and a 6.
Okay, let's focus on
One
Kunara
off
for
from
now.
a-
So,
I was 1 out from a critical fucking hit. God damn it.
I mean, if you had my weapon, it would have been critical because I get.
it would have been a critical on a 5 or a 6. Pretty sure. But anyway, so either way, a 10 absolutely hits.
Well, it would be 17.
Point stands. You hit.
Yep. So yeah, roll for damage then.
Oh, but damage.
So that would be 16, I think.
16 damage, you say?
Yeah.
16. All right, that becomes a total of 13 after armor calculations as you come barreling towards this archer who's fumbling for his next arrow, and with this sort of feral, roaring, howling snarl, you don't quite have the leverage in this room to swing your greatsword at full speed, so instead you just sort of like shoulder it for a second and then come in and more or less shield bash this guy, forcing him into the wall and sort of spiderweb cracking the stonework behind him.
Yeah, just charge it into him.
All right.
My turn.
Yep, that was Kuna. It is to Cassandra.
Fire breath.
Okay. Accuracy check, please.
13.
13 will hit them both.
$20.
20. That's magic armor damage.
Yep.
All right, so you spew out a wave of flames over the two guarding that door at the northern end of the hall. And opposed force check is necessary for blind.
Damn it.
Okay, so for the
Say
for the red mage, he rolled a critical failure, so he is blind.
Yeah.
So for the swordsman, he also rolled a 9. Roll again.
Do I have to roll again for the red mage?
No, the red mage is blind.
Well, 15.
15. You just beat him out. He rolled a 14.
Bloody hell.
So they are
Battle of wills.
both blinded
Fine.
as this wave of flames washes over both of them and they let out these frustrated cries and shouts.
Rosa is running in, glances left. Also, is this a box or a door?
That is a door.
Alright, this is just a corridor.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, so Rosa glances left, sees them immediately just grasping their eyes, like, okay, she has a handle. Looks right to the archer that shot at Kunara, lifts up her bow, goes, no one shoots our Mama Wolf, and casts stop.
Okay, are you doing that as a swift cast or no?
Yeah.
All right. MP cost?
Or
4. All right, opposed finesse check, please.
plus 12.
All right, give me a second. You rolled an 8. You are successful.
So vines come shooting out of the ground, just wrap around all his appendages, as is common.
Like, shit. All right, that is Rosa. Aeon, you're up.
Yee.
Honey, come play with me.
What would you like me to do?
Alright.
Indulge yourself.
Probably a good idea to reserve your MP. So do you want to bonk the red mage or the swordsman?
Physically,
They're both
Aeon
blind.
can't get to the red mage. You're in the way, Cassandra.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
swordsman it is.
All right.
Swordsman, and they're both blind, by the way.
That
Yep.
won't affect their avoidance, but
Yeah, but it makes it so they have less likely to hit us.
all right. So make an accuracy check, Aeon, and don't forget to add it's a +1, I believe, thanks to Kuna, thanks to the paradigm shift, the commando stance, or the hunter stance, as I'm figuring we
least-
might call it.
At least since he's blind, he's spared the indignity of Moogle flying up to him and hitting him on the head with a currently glowing explosive wand.
So is it 2d6 plus 1?
It'll be 2d6 plus 2 at present because you get the bonus from
Okay.
Kunara.
d6 plus 2.
11 will hit. Roll damage. Your mind plus 2d6.
Okay.
Yep, I'm dropped. Yeah, I'm playing. But I'm gonna put that on.
15. Nice. So you come barreling in with your wand and let out this cute little Moogle battle cry, bring it up, and bonk, just bring it down on the swordsman's head. Now, before we move on to the next person in the list, I need you, Aeon, to call a number on a d4 and then roll 1d4. If you roll the number you call, then the glowing effect will fade.
Oh.
Oh.
There is a torch
right.
in this room on the wall, though, so you do have light at the very least, even if you lose your glow.
Okay, so I say a number between 1 through 4, and then I roll a d4, I'm assuming.
Yep, and if you
That
roll
sounds
the
right.
number you say, then you will lose the effect. I'm leaving it in your
Aeon.
hands to call the number.
Please, I love you. You're like my spirit animal. Please don't get the same number.
Okay, call the number, please. I need to hear it.
3.
3. Okay, roll.
You can
Was it
do it.
D4?
D4.
1d4.
Yeah. Which is
Oh.
really cool.
Hey!
All right, you don't lose the glow.
Thank God.
All right,
Good day on.
and that just leaves Kayana.
He also decided to be nice to you today.
I know.
I would have writing some drawing ideas on my notes, sorry.
It's all good?
Here to shoot.
Shoot, to bonk, to throw acid in their faces. What dost thou do?
You got me an acid.
Which one?
I mean, you do have chemical spill.
Chemical spill, yeah, that does. That is good.
What does that do again?
Chemical spill.
I'll just read it right out from Kayana's character sheet. As a standard action, make an opposed force check against a single target within a medium range. If you succeed, the target loses any one elemental resistance or immunity of your choice, and instead suffers 50% extra damage from that element. This effect lasts until the target takes damage of the chosen element.
So basically, if the force check is successful, they get an elemental weakness of her choosing.
Yep.
I mean, from that logic, you could literally just walk in, throw acid in someone's face, then Cassandra sets them on fire.
Fire or lightning, whichever you prefer.
You know what? I would do chemical spill and do the lightning effect.
Ooh.
All right. Okay,
Who are you
pick
using it against?
pick a target. Can only pick one. Red mage, swordsman, or archer.
Let's do how about we do the red mage?
All right. Force check if you would be so kind.
Great.
Force it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
By the way, what's Tiamat doing? He's in
Oh.
the darkness at the moment.
That. I mean, if Cassandra doesn't issue him any commands, I'll just move him to a spot where he's out of the way of the fighting.
I mean, I actually kind of wanted him to come up behind me and Aeon.
Okay. I'll move him on the ally part of the turn order then.
Okay.
Okay. Is it 3d6 or 2d6?
2d6 for this. The 3d6 is only for awareness checks when Tiamat is around.
Okay. Okay, 2d6. What is my force? When I'm that blind and forgetful.
I'm starting to think it might be a good idea to, like, turn every single rollable thing on your character sheet into a macro so that you can just click it. That would be very nice.
That would be great.
I have no idea how to do it. I know a friend who could, but he's busy.
My God. 50.
Oh, damn!
Success!
Okay.
Jesus, Kayana, chill out.
Okay, so because that is a critical success, I'll give you a choice of one of two additional possible benefits. One, I'll just let you roll regular damage on top of that if you want, or two, you could take the damage penalty the enemy would suffer from an additional 50% from lightning to just straight up double from lightning. Your pick. Either you deal damage or you make him take an additional 50% on top of the previous 50 from lightning.
Additional.
Additional lightning?
Yes.
All right, so Kayana, as you sort of come sliding into the hallway behind everyone else, and by the light of Aeon's wand and the flickering of the torchlight, you spot the red mage and the swordsman that Cassandra and Aeon are engaged with, and you recognize that there might need a bit of a helping hand, especially against that red mage. Their magic users are notorious for leveling battlefields. So you quickly open up a small additional compartment under the main barrel of your gun and slip in a little purple glowing pearl that you sort of had tucked away in one of your pouches. Just slide it in, snap the cylinder shut, point, and with one eye closed, you pull the trigger and the pearl shoots out, smashes against the red mage's chest, and sort of scatters all across him, and you see just this scattering of little particulates of purple lightning crystals that are starting to just conduct with one another, letting out little and the red mage's clothes just start like poofing up. His hair stands on edge as he is just loaded with static charge, primed for exploitation.
Oh, Cassandra's gonna have fun with that one.
So the next time he takes lightning damage, he will take double damage.
Kayana is really just manifesting that rage today.
Indeed. All right, so that is everyone. Where do you want Tiamat to be, Cassandra?
Right.
All right, so following your shot, Kayana, you kind of feel this little just a sort of slithering between your legs before Tiamat comes sliding up behind Cassandra and Aeon. I'm here, what do you need? And then it's to the enemy's turn. And first thing that's going to happen is the archer who is currently held in Rosa's spell gets the option to try and break out, and he is going to try. So I believe that's just another opposed finesse check, right?
Yep, that is. I rolled a 9.
Where did I put
He rolled an 8, so he is still stopped.
Ah.
All right, so the archer can do nothing. The swordsman, let's see here.
He is blind as fuck.
Blind as a bat.
I should
Let's see
not
here.
be talking because I'm technically blind.
The swordsman is going to let off a growl of frustration, lift up his sword, and he's going to come in for the person that just bonked him on the head, or at the very least, where he thinks the person just bonked him on the head is. So because he's blinded, he only gets 1d6 on his accuracy
He doesn't
roll
even
here.
know it's a Moogle.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He rolled a 1.
That's
So, so Aeon, you see the swordsman sort of rubbing at his face like, God damn it, and he lifts up his blade and comes lunging for you, vaguely for you, and you kind of, like, you recall watching how Kyanna would often, like, parry enemy blows back in training on the rare occasion you got to watch her sparring with friends back in Garlat on the,
I didn't know-
the training fields.
I didn't know Kyanna was a Garlet.
Or Cassandra, excuse me. You got a lot of names that start with K in this group and end with A, all right? So Aeon, you mirror that sort of same movement as this guy's coming in. You bring your wand up, just sort of catch the blade, and then redirect its momentum into the stone wall right next to you. The soldier just kind of lunges uselessly past you, and his face cracks into the stone of the wall, and he staggers back, losing a d6 of hit points. He takes 3 points of damage.
Wow, I'm awesome.
Yeah, you kind of do that, and Cassandra, you see Aeon emulate one of your dragoon parries with his little Mog wand. And the guy,
that was awesome.
Yay, Kufa!
and the swordsman has a nosebleed now. He's like, God damn it, son of a bitch!
This guy just looking so
Wait.
proud.
Bad words.
Feel the pain.
Meanwhile, the red
Kai in the
mage,
background. Not gonna lie, Kai in the background, just like, I am so proud.
the red mage, with a grimace of frustration, is going to plant his the tip of his rapier in the ground, turn it like a key or a motorcycle handle, and is going to initiate a slow action to start casting a spell.
Better stop that.
I have plans, because, fun fact, while the fire inflicts blind, you know what lightning inflicts?
Seal.
Seal.
But you also
with the-
do double with the lightning.
He'll take double damage from lightning, and I have a chance to seal him, which stops him from using magic.
Yep.
All right, so it is back to the party. That is one turn ticked off from your protect spells.
Cassandra.
Lightning!
Needed accuracy check first. Yes. All right, that'll hit both of them.
Now, this does my mind, not my power.
Indeed.
So that was 6. Slightly less damage than my fire, but he'll take double. 11.
All right.
Now,
I know.
It's fine. You're great. It's good. All right, so Cassandra, after breathing out those flames and watching Aeon do this cool parry, you see the enemy red mage starting to manifest energy for a spell. And you quickly inhale deeply. Lightning starts crackling from your breastplate, and you're just all over the place as it builds up in your cheeks, this tingling, staticky charge, before you breathe it out in this torrent.
damn.
So the red mage rolled higher than a 6, so he is not sealed.
Damn.
The swordsman rolled, let's see here, what did he roll? Let me double check. This is still force, right? Or is this finesse?
This is finesse.
Okay. The swordsman rolled a 7, so he is also not silenced.
Damn.
Not like it matters for
Fair
him.
enough.
As the red mage is getting, Rosa is just going to grip onto her bow and go, okay, so you're all like already really screwed up. There's like vines in that one. You're all blind and outnumbered and electrocuted. And there was a guy outside who got pulled into a candy dimension, and another guy got disemboweled. And a lot of people are dying. So can you just like put down your weapons and stop and not become piles of mulch?
Make a negotiation check.
She is not confident what she's saying, but she's trying. While being assaulted by adorable.
Just imagine like Aeon just like.
It's just literally, yeah, I know, that's literally, it's like, in reality, it's like everyone's in this fierce battle, and then in Aeon's mind, it's just dancing and music and happiness.
Just humming along to the battle theme. We're just breaking the fourth wall.
I see nothing wrong with that. I like it.
Aeon is our battle music.
Honey, I can't wait till you get to that game, because that's going to be the most fun. You're going to be hearing me singing all the time.
Also 10.
10.
I know.
Alright,
I know.
a 10 on negotiation.
It's a 10.
Through all of the chaos and the fighting and the screaming of the people who are now electrocuted and on fire and the snarling of the wolf woman, your fervent plea for an end to the violence falls on deaf ears.
Oh, poor Rosa.
Right?
You tried, Rosa.
Okay,
Alright,
don't
so-
listen to me. Okay.
Okay, so as it is, because speech counts as an instant action, you still have the rest of your turn.
She is. Do any of them look particularly fucked up?
As of right now, the swordsman looks the most fucked up, but he and the red mage are very equivalent. The archer fighting Kunora is still looking pretty good if it weren't for the fact that he is bound in your vines.
For the moment, Rosa is just going to kind of awkwardly hold on to her bow, noticing that she is being ignored. Her tail just kind of goes sadly limp, and she's not doing anything.
Aww. Okay. Alright, Rosa's skipping her turn.
Aww.
Oh,
Okay, so that is
Rosa.
Cassandra, that is Rosa. Who is next?
A wolf, I guess.
I guess.
Alright,
Guess
Kuna.
Kunar can go bully the guy who's stuck.
Alright, what you doing there, Kuna?
Yeah, she's still pissed at that archer. He has been offended. Cheap shot. And it's a 6 and a 5 again. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That definitely hits.
That definitely does. I mean, he's stopped. His avoidance is effectively 0, save for uncritical failures.
So it's like, oh no! Sorry, guy, but the dice is on my side. Okay. So, yeah, now roll for damage.
Yes.
It's a goal.
It's a goal.
Oh my god.
Not as impressive as the wolf. So that would be 15.
15. Alright, so, still in these cramped confines, you're not finding much room to use your greatsword properly, so you kind of reverse your grip on it so that the pommel is facing forward, and you drive the pommel into the guy's gut, and because your pommel is pointed, it's basically like driving a little knife into the guy's gut, and like with a vine sort of wrapped all over his face, you just hear him going,
Oh, I felt that.
Hearing that scream, you just see Rosa's eyes screw shut.
oof. Alright,
Oh,
so,
you had to hear that.
alright, Aeon, you're up.
But he'd be stone dead in a minute.
Maybe I'm
I
gonna
don't
kill
think that's
you.
helping her much if you say that.
Oh my.
Pretty sure that was out of character.
that
a character?
What shall
It
you do,
was.
honey?
I mean, I could bonk him again if he'd like. I don't know if I'd risk the light. That or I'd have to use magic.
I mean, it's at the end of all of your turns regardless, so.
Mm-hmm.
So you can bonk him if you want, honey.
Ah.
You'll bonk anything, won't you, Lister?
Alright.
I
mean, that red mage. Honey, that red mage is still trying to use a spell. You can send him into the candy dimension.
I can't.
You mean you can't?
It's once per day.
Once for in-game day. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to use Stasis Strike in the same day. It's only roll once per day.
Yeah.
Once for
It,
in-game day.
it takes lots of magic and energy to send them to the Cotty Candy World, Sandra.
It's okay. That other guy deserved it better.
Look, it's bonk or I put meteors in this entire small little place.
I'd rather you not. So yeah, bomb could be good.
Not like you would get hurt.
Well, no, just like imagining meteors just coming out of the ceiling.
Bunch of ping pong balls. Ding 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 ding.
No, gumballs.
Yes.
Like firing Star Wars blaster bolts into surfaces that make them bounce.
There you go. But
Yeah.
it's the bonk bomb.
I can't break his concentration to break the spell.
No, the only way to do that is critical hits, knockbacks, or if you
Teamwork attacks.
Or do teamwork attack. So, yes, I mean,
Aeon and Kayana can try a teamwork attack. If it works, the red mage will get stunned or stopped from doing their thing.
True. That is open.
Hey, you know what? Kai's got good luck, I got bad luck. Maybe it'll balance it out.
I
think it's
approve
Andre
of this plan.
Somebody can just jump back here and let Kayana in there, and they can do a teamwork attack against him.
If Ari is all right with, if Ari wants to
It's up
participate
to
in that.
Ari.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Okay.
Alright, so how does a teamwork attack
All right.
work?
Basic rules of a teamwork attack. Everyone who wants to participate in a teamwork attack rolls their accuracy, or if they're teamwork attacking with spells, just their damage. The rule is that so long as any of the dice you roll have the same number, so like if both people roll at least 1 3, then the teamwork attack is automatically considered a success. That being said, if you don't have the matching numbers, one or both of you could opt to spend destiny points to add more dice to the pool to try and give yourself a better shot at getting a matching number. After that, your combined damage gets added together and only reduced by armor and magic armor once. So, if successful, it does mean that you have an ultimately higher damage output for the attack, as the enemy's armor is only applied once instead of once for each attack.
It also causes them to stumble, so their slow action hits out.
That's it.
Okay. And
Yep.
for accuracy, is there any pluses or anything, or is it just regular?
It'd just be a regular accuracy. So for you, Aeon, it would be 2d6 plus 2. For Kayana, it would be 2d6 plus 3.
Alright. Ready?
Go, Kai, go, Aeon! Need matching numbers. So a 6 or a 3.
Why is
Okay,
this not-
+3, right?
2d6 plus 3, yep.
Why is
You can
this
do it.
Oh no!
Okay, so
I mean, technically, the final number matches both of them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
okay, it's okay. Either of you can spend any destiny to add a roll, to add a die to that.
They're both 11.
I have plenty of destiny. I'll
How much does Aeon have?
6.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I haven't been.
I keep giving Aeon destiny points because Aeon keeps making me cry.
There you go.
Okay. Alright. So what do I do?
1d6.
Do I just?
You just
1d6.
roll however many d6 you are adding points of destiny. So if you use 2 destiny, you add 2d6 to the pile. If it's just 1d6, you add 1.
How
Okay,
many
so-
do you require?
Okay. I guess.
you
I
need-
guess.
So you need a 4.
4 or a 3. Or no, just a 4.
Yeah, just a 4 until I got
Because
like this.
Kayana got both 4s, so you need a 4.
Which is it just makes it even worse because at least there would have been 2 numbers originally, but no, it's one specific number.
Okay, so If I'm gonna use 2, so what would it be? It would be
Just roll 2d6. Just add
just
2d6.
2 roll.
We have a
Come
2 in
on,
12
one of them-
chance.
One of them has got to be a 4. Come on.
That's
One
it,
of
just
six.
2d6. That's it. Nothing else.
Just 2d6.
That's it.
You're just
Okay,
adding
just
these to
wanna be
your roll.
Yay!
One of them's a 4. Hooray! And 11s are high enough to hit. So it goes off without a hitch. So both of you go ahead and roll your damage. Aeon, your mind plus 2d6. Kyanna, your dex plus 2d6.
2d6
And
plus
my
mine.
dexterity, right?
Yes.
Freaking out.
Oh, for the fuck.
That's 16 damage from Aeon.
That's not terrible.
That's not terrible.
Dexterity, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Why is it?
What's up, man?
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Whatever
nothing,
God it
nothing
can
else.
hear me blooded. 17.
All right,
17.
16 and 17.
Woo!
Now, how do they want to do their teamwork attack?
Comes out to a total of 31 damage, by the way.
Yay.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
He's a tanky boy.
The question is if he stops his spell is the thing.
I mean, yeah, with a successful teamwork attack, let me double check the exact
Ah.
wording on it.
We did it!
Combat.
Yay!
Da, 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 da.
I would give Mystic a high five if IRL if I had to.
All right, so your teamwork attacks.
Self high five.
All right, so the monster targeted by the teamwork attack loses all their combat abilities until the end of their next turn. Counterattack, magical counterattack, final attack, status touch, bunch of other stuff. Whenever any character that successfully helped perform the teamwork attack is targeted by an enemy over the course of the next round, any other party member involved in the teamwork attack may redirect the attack so that it targets them instead. Single target teamwork attacks deal normal damage to a swarm, and teamwork attacks interrupt the target's slow actions without fail. So,
There you go.
Yay.
So no more spell.
so
Can
no
I
more
just
spell.
imagine, like, with the teamwork attack, it's just Kai and Aeon run up with each other and just, like, stand side by side, the gun and the wand pointed, and just do, like, a jackpot.
Smack in the face.
They are not Dante and Virgil. What I was imagining is Aeon
allow
see.
it.
What I imagine is I see Aeon seeing this red mage about to let off the spell, sort of bristling a bit, like, "Oh no, you don't!" Flies over, lands on the pommel of his rapier, which is pointed up towards the roof since he stabbed the tip into the ground, which sort of chinks it further down, and then just like as the red mage is like, "Get off my!" Aeon then just pimp slaps him with his wand. And then just sort of looks over at Kyanna, who's in the process of aiming her gun, gives a little nod, sort of does a little Moogle hop off, just as the red mage is sort of shaking his head, almost lost focus, looks up just in time for a bullet to like just come slicing in and shoots him right in the hand that's holding his rapier, blasts off a few fingers, and immediately disrupts the spell as he lets go of his weapon and just damn it!
You
Yay,
shot
we're
off some of his
awesome.
fingers.
Goofball.
You shot off some of his fingers.
All right, Aeon, I need you to roll a
Did you just
d4
say
and
Kai
call
is
a number
ruthless?
first.
Oh.
Don't let it be a
Oh, I
thing.
gotta call it out, right?
Yes.
I can just say this
What
right now.
numbers?
Kai is ruthless, even though we don't know if she killed anybody.
Yeah.
There you go.
One.
All right, if you roll a 1, you lose your thing. Roll it. 1d4.
Oh.
4 again.
All right.
Oregon.
You are good. You are
Aeon?
good.
Aeon's like, I made this special attachment to my weapon. I will not lose it.
Aww.
All right, so that did also constitute Kyanna's standard action, so Kyanna only has a movement or an instant action left.
I don't know why, but Kai on the inside, just after Aeon just Kai on the inside, just like, I'm dying.
Oh my goodness. So
Oh my god.
you can move, or I don't think she has any instant actions that she can use.
She has 1, but I don't see any benefit to using it right now.
Wait, it's my turn?
Technically, yeah, but you've already used your standard action by participating in that teamwork attack.
Oh, okay.
So you can either move or just stay put. You do have an instant action, but the only instant action you could reasonably take aside from talking at people is your scarab. So And there's not really that's a bit of a gamble for this particular situation that wouldn't really be justifiable. So
Yeah.
you can do it if you want, but I would advise against it in this case.
Yeah, might as well go with the scarab. I don't know why.
I mean, do you really want to use it?
Wait, I forgot what the scarab does. Hold on.
In summary, if you use the scarab as an instant action, you roll a d6, and that determines an effect, and then it's a 50-50 chance between that effect either being applied to you or being applied to the enemies.
So it's literally a gamble.
Yeah.
Which is
So
not
it,
much
so
of a
it, so
turn.
it, so it could be very helpful or very, very detrimental.
Why does Kai have to worry? All she does is just get good rolls.
The problem is that those good rolls might wind up happening at the wrong time and give the entire enemy group the benefits of, say, protect and shell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. And maybe not.
You know what? Let's just use the scarab because I'm curious.
Okay.
Oh god.
All right, so, Kayana, after seeing all of this happen and you see that the Red Mage's spell has been disrupted, and, like, seeing that this fight is really going in your favor, you just feel this momentary compulsion, this spark of curiosity. You know that the scarab on your shoulder can do things, but you've never really taken the chance to see what, and with things going as well as they are, some small, reckless part of you just figures, why not try it out now? Impromptu field test. Just see what happens. You're curious, things are going well. What's the worst that could happen? So you reach up to the scarab, you pry it off your shoulder, and there's just this little, like, half-lever button sort of on its underbelly that you lift your thumb up and you push up into it. And with that, the scarab suddenly jumps up off of your hand, and the rest of you see it lifting up into the air with this sort of golden light that starts gathering as its wings are buzzing. Kayana, I need you to roll me 1d6.
Oh my god.
You can do it.
1d6.
Why am I praying?
I don't know. Why are you?
Because we don't know what's gonna happen.
6.
6.
Good,
That
right?
is protect and shell. So as
Oh, no,
this
that's too
so
bad.
as well hold on, as a scarab is lifting into the air, it then just suspends, its wings stop beating, and its carapace, its wing beats just pop wide open, and this swirling blue and green pearl rises up out of it before cracking and just emitting this wave of blue and green light. And Kayana, I need you to roll me 1d2. On a 1, it hits all the enemies. On a 2, it hits all the allies.
Oh.
1d2, so a coin flip.
Pretty much, 50-50.
Okay, 1d2 right.
1d2.
Uh-huh. B2.
I'm literally doing that in Spanish.
No!
Oh no.
Oh no!
no!
All right, let's see here.
Yeah, scarab. Gamble.
Indeed. And for reference, it's basically just a reflavor of the Pandora's Box job ability.
Oh god.
That's awesome.
Oh.
So, as this wave of energy washes out over the arena, Kayane, for a brief second you grin as like, this is gonna be great. But then there's this little fizzle from the scarab and your smile fades, and this sort of dawning sense of dread hits you like, oh no. And a moment later, the rest of you are surprised to see these domes of blue hexagons and green interlocking triangles suddenly rising up around your enemies. They are all granted the benefits of Protect and Shell for 4 rounds.
No!
That's... Your scarab's magic.
Apparently it is!
That was awesome.
Also bad for me.
You're supposed to help us, not the enemy.
How am I supposed to know this doesn't work?
What
Kai-
the heck
Kai-
just happened?
Kai
And
just
with
like,
that-
How the hell? This Kai just like, how the hell am I supposed to know how this works?
And with that, it is to the enemies.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh no.
there's a sort of brief moment of confusion as your enemies look down at that themselves like,
I mean, two of them can't see it.
yeah, but they do feel it. They feel something like solidifying them. And as a result, the red mage is like, and he promptly proceeds to
Rosa just slumps even further, realizing that with this emboldenment, any chance of talking them down has officially been lost.
Indeed. So the red mage still cannot fucking see, but sensing that he is hurt, he is going to, again, he's going to take his rapier in his other hand. He's going to park it into the ground and start casting a different spell, slow action. This time it looks like a white magic spell. And he's going to instruct to the swordsman, keep them off me. And in response to that, the swordsman is going to move in front of him and assume a defensive stance.
Doesn't look just Kai looking at the scarab like, really?
The scarab in your hand sort of lets off a few sparks before its legs fold back into itself and it goes dormant.
Sounds like you're boxing.
Anyways, as for the archer, he's still bound by stop, so I need to make a finesse check for him.
All right.
Oh my god.
You gotta go ahead.
Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is to beat.
Failure. He rolled a 9.
Oh.
All right, it is back to the party.
Rosa, I mean, how's that red mage looking?
He's looking pretty rough, but he is casting a white magic spell, so he might not be rough for long.
Rosa, she's incredibly dejected by the fact that, because of this spell, she was going to try and appeal to them again since they were even more fucked up. This spell has just destroyed that completely. So she's just going to give a slight shout of frustration, draw her bow, is going to move here, where there's a gap,
Okay.
and fire at the red mage.
All right, accuracy check. Give yourself an additional +1.
Yep, I also get +1 from Wolverine, so it's +3 and all.
Nice.
This is why I don't trust Magitech.
6, 7,
Just
around 7, so 8, 9, and 10 with the extra +2.
10 will hit.
Alright.
He's so adorable.
Why did I imagine Kai just looking at Kunara after she said that? She's like, how the hell am I supposed to have this work?
Kind of like repeated that sentence 4 times.
Well, everybody keeps asking her.
Anyway. All right.
Are you allowed to add extra d6 for damage, or with
No.
Destiny or not?
No.
That's right. Alright, so that in all then would be 30 points of damage, half to 15.
Indeed. So you look towards the red mage as he's preparing this thing. You lift up your bow and you fire the shot past the swordsman who's trying to protect him, and it gets the red mage right in the chest. He's almost dead, but he is still standing. Single digits.
Hey, I got an idea.
Oh,
That would have killed him.
I got an idea.
go for
You
it.
know what? Again, he can stop me and Aeon, maybe. But what if something a little smaller slithered past it?
You gonna send in Tier Myth?
Oh my god.
Just have Tyr kind of slither around the swordsman, and just the guy just like so he's still blind, like he can't see it's a dragon in front of him, right?
Correct.
Just have Tyr just walk up to him and say, "Eh,"
Ah.
and using the aggressive.
Isn't this like recreating an Indiana Jones thing?
Feel Kai stare, like glare.
Yeah.
And Tyr just blasting him in the face with fire.
Oh.
All right, so Tier Myth sort of claws his way up onto the wall, almost like clinging to it, kind of like a spider with like just the tip of his tail pressed against the floor to hold him up. Hey, what? Sorry about this. What? And the red mage is dead as a doornail and drops. The little particulates of magic around him that indicated he was protected, fading away into nothing.
Eyes glaring at
Nice.
me right now.
Well, that's an ash mage right now.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I could just imagine Kai just giving me the death glare.
The desk glare? Okay. I don't know what that is.
Death glare.
Ah, death glare. I thought you said the desk glare, and I didn't know what that was.
She's giving me a death glare, just like, why?
Anyway, so that is the red mage down.
No more spells.
No more spells. He was trying to cast Cure.
Yeah, we
Oh.
figured that.
There will be
That's
none of
twice now. Rosa has been very close to killing someone, but been stopped by some outside force.
The universe is like, we must protect her innocence for as long as possible.
Protect the
Right.
innocent.
And this is the
Protect.
first-
And then there's Kunara.
And this is the first time in the
And I was
campaign
getting
that
very
Tyr has
frustrated at this point.
This is the first time in the campaign that Tyr has actually killed somebody on screen.
And then we have Kunara and Kai. Not Kai.
You Funny, there's a perfectly good swordsman there.
Oh my god! She is
What?
What happened?
This rolled critical success on the
Oh,
archer.
Kanara's taking her turn, I guess. Okay.
Honey, you scared the crap out of me. I was blacked out.
Sorry.
All right, so critical success. That basically just means you'll bypass the protect spell this time.
Ari, I know your pain. Hun does that to me sometimes. It freaks me out when he gets like
He does
excited
that to me
randomly.
all the freaking time.
I do.
Yes! There's times where you're like, oh my goodness! Like you find something exciting, and then I'm like, Hun!
Sometimes for me it's exciting, sometimes it's like, oh shit, something went down.
And honey, you do voices at me when I'm blacked out, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh yes.
Shut up.
Anyway.
Okay, when this recording is done,
3 and 6.
remind me to kill him.
Yeah, I know you won't.
I feel like you won't need a reminder for that. He does it
Plus,
for
I know
me.
you won't.
You wanna fight?
You want to bet? You want to put some money on the line on that one, my man?
Honey, I love you.
But anyway, that's a 19, although before it was a critical success, so...
Yeah, it winds up just balancing out because of
Nothing
the.
to protect.
So, like, you let out this little growl of frustration, and you manage to find an angle with which to use your greatsword, and you bring it in at this sort of narrow-angled horizontal slice, and it sort of cleaves through the front of the archer, but there's this blue flicker around him that staves off the worst of it, and your blade is sort of repelled before it can get to anything critical, and you just sort of let out this frustrated growl in response. All right, so that is Kuna. Rosa and Cassandra have also gone. That just leaves the little ladies.
Aeon is a boy.
Whatever.
I can't get touched with my feminine side, Kupo.
it leaves the little ones.
Okay. Okay, with just him saying, you know what just popped in my head?
Oh no,
Oh,
I
no.
was making a joke.
All of it.
Drag Queen Aeon.
No.
No,
Fabulous.
that's not exactly what I was thinking. No, all of us end up in some kind of like a spa, and Aeon just like Aeon just sitting in a chair with like somebody just tending to him with like the leaves and the like little like cucumbers on his eyes. Just
say
right next to Kai, and then
Cucumbers on his eyes, a cherry on his nose.
We go to like the public bath and a spa where they separate the genders with that screen, and Aeon's just on his own on the other side.
Aww.
Anyways. Aeon, Kai, what you two doing?
I'm gonna hit the swordsman.
Okay, accuracy check.
No, the thought at first that came to for me, Hun, while I'm doing this is freaking because I only see 2 people doing this. Actually, maybe 3, because Cassandra will probably find it funny. Is like when Aeon's asleep, it's Cassandra, Rosa, and Kai decide to put him in like a dress, a little bow tie above his little pom pom, and then like makeup and stuff. Just make him look girly, just because.
Oh
I can see that.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 2, right?
2d6 plus 2, yes, because of Kuna's hunter stance.
Yeah.
12 will hit, it'll damage.
no! Which if Kanara saw that, she'd probably just walk away thinking,
That's why.
I did not saw that.
That's why we didn't say Kunara.
Well, I can't see Kunara getting like all like with the makeup and stuff like that.
No, but basically they are still like that, where they all get up
No,
and
no,
then
no,
Kanara
no.
saws it. It's like,
No. Here's something funnier. Putting Kunara, like...
Kunara in that.
no.
Putting Kunara in a dress and makeup.
No.
You just want to die, do you?
Yeah.
I do not do that.
All right, so Aeon, you sort of bristle up a bit in frustration that the enemy just suddenly got emboldened. You bring up your wand and bonk him on the head, and it kind of gets repelled a little bit by this blue force. All right, Kayana, it is to you.
Okay.
So how are they looking?
The swordsman is decidedly under half HP. The archer is just a little over half.
Oh, he's a durable archer.
I mean, he's been getting a lot less attention than the guys on the north end of the hall.
Considering the archer is currently still restrained, I mean, the swordsman's probably the best person to try and gimp.
So what shall it be, Kai?
You know what? Let me get the freaking archer over there.
All right, kind of gonna pull off a gun shoot. All right, accuracy 2d6 plus 3.
I'd be back if you're getting a second drink.
All right.
Of course. Okay, plus 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. 11.
All right, that'll hit. I mean, he's still stopped, so basically all
Yep.
attacks will hit him. Also,
He
one
can't
thing.
move, he's covered in my vines.
Right. Also, one thing before we get to that, one other thing, we do need to do the 25% chance for Aeon.
Aeon, do not break the thing, it was a gift.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh.
If you want to just call a consistent number to help to just
No,
speed
I don't want to do that because I'm scared. I say
it.
4.
4. All right, roll a
You've
d4.
rolled 4 twice so far.
Listen, if I keep doing a consecutive number, at some point my luck's just gonna run out. Please no 4. Please no 4. Please no 4. What the hell?
Oh no!
Why? I did not expect to get 3 4s in a row.
Right.
Oh no!
All right. So
Prepare the crying.
as you bonk the guy on the head and you look down at there's this brief second before the chalk that was lit up by the sparks on your wand sort of fizzle and you're just left in torchlight.
Oh,
Oh, Aeon crying is you're too damn good at that. Anyway, all right. Let's get back to Kayana. Your damage output, Dex
Give
plus
me a
2d6. All right.
The Jimmy hurts my heart. It's like, you don't know he broke his present.
I think I will fix it. Accuracy, right?
Yes, with an extra with a total of plus 3 because of Kuna.
Isn't that what that 11 was?
Oh yeah, that's right. Dex plus 2d6. My mistake.
Wait. What am I doing?
You're rolling
my mind went blank.
Yeah, 7 plus 2d6. That's your Dex is 7.
Okay, 7 plus 2d6.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, she's running question. The glow property, if it was just stuck on a weapon ordinarily, if it's tier 2, can the glow be turned on and off?
18.
Huh?
18.
All right, 18. Nice.
As far as like how the glow thing works with Chira, she could just turn it off and on again with her staff back in that campaign, so I imagine you can just turn it off.
I
And on.
have. Well, I know. I have gift ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, it reads here, the item sheds a constant dim light that can be increased with a command, illuminating even the darkest of locations. Glowing equipment negates penalties caused by difficult terrain relating to darkness. So it's constantly faintly glowing, and with a command phrase, you can make it light up a whole lot.
You can just basically dim it to absolute minimum, not really making any light at all.
Pretty much. All right. So with that, Kayana, you sort of look past Kanara at the archer who is still bound by Rosa's vines and just decide, I'll give it some help over there. Fire off a shot that sort of punctures into his shoulder a little bit before the blue light forces it out. And with that, it is now to the enemy's turn. The archer gets a finesse roll to try and break out of the vines. Let's see here. So that is he rolled good
11.
this time. Let's see here.
No, 12, sorry.
All right, give me just a second. Let's see here. So he got... He got a 13.
Damn, he does it.
Yep, he finally manages to break out of the vines holding him, as you see like this little hunting knife that he'd been like fishing for with the tips of his fingers finally come free, and with a few little sort of cuts himself loose.
That's his turn, though.
Indeed. As for the swordsman who detected the death of his buddy behind him, he's going to drop his defensive stance, and he is going to let out this little cry of rage. He's still blinded for a round, but he is going to try to swing at the thing that keeps hitting him in the head.
While he's crying.
You just like hears crying in front of him. It's like,
All right, so Aeon, your avoidance is 5.
Uh-huh.
He hits you.
Oh, I'm already crying.
Well, you're about to be crying louder.
he still has protect.
Indeed. So that is 12 damage to Aeon in total, after all calculations. As the sword sort of comes in and tries to cut into you, but your own protect spell sort of bounces off the worst of it, but it still leaves a little slice in your cheek.
You're dead.
Wow.
All right, it is back to the party. You've only got 1 turn left on your own protections.
Cassandra is going full big sister mode.
All right.
Dang.
9. That'll hit. 15. All right. So, you come in, bring your lance around for a hard thrust. It's just sort of gets, the worst of it gets pushed out of him by the protect spell he's under, and you sort of cuss under your breath.
Hearing Aeon cry out as Rosa is reloading, looks up to see that Ash is the guy that was the Red Mage. Sees Cassandra go for the guy that has just hit a heartbreakingly crying Aeon. Pull the string back and is going to shoot him.
All right, accuracy check.
7, 8, 9, 10.
10. That'll hit. Roll damage. As you're rocking the only tier 2 weapon in the group right now, you have the best chance of taking this bastard out.
28.
28. All right. So, you sort of feel this little rush of adrenaline as you sort of come back into the moment of the fight and recognize, okay, yeah, this is not the time to be zoning out. Pull back the drawstring with an arrow nock, let it loose, sort of cuts across the back of this guy, like sort of between his shoulder blades. Again, you can see the little blue sort of flicker that repels the worst of the damage, but you still the arrow still sort of draws like a sliced line between his shoulder blades, and you let out a little, ah! All right, so that is Rosa and Cassandra. Who is up next?
I guess darkness is still gone, so you want to take your turn, hun?
Sure.
All right.
One
What,
sec. Who's left? The swordsman and
And
The archer.
The archer.
just gonna put it out there. These guys have gained a lot of protection, so it might be meaningful to invest in higher damage output abilities at the moment.
Yeah, you know what, hun? I say screw it, just go for the meteors.
I was going to say that, yeah, because Aeon's now upset and he's gotten hit, and he's like now gonna just be crying as he casts Meteor.
All right, are you
I
gonna do
use
the swift
meteorite.
cast? All right, swift cast or
Yeah.
slow action?
Swift cast.
All right, what is the MP cost on that?
8.
All right, you're down to 10 MP, and you lift up your wand with this sort of upset wail, and in the air directly above you, the swirling purple vortex opens. Roll your damage for meteorite.
Okay.
I'm back and I got tea to wake me up.
Okay, we'll be back. We'll be with you in a moment. Aeon is blowing
Aeon
things
is
up.
crying.
Oh
And
no, what I
sending
missed.
meteors. Aeon got cut and lost the glow on the wand, so now meteorites will be falling in rage.
Oh no.
Look, I think I will fix it.
You can only apply glow once per day, unfortunately.
Diana, I have an idea. We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
All right, so that comes out to a total of 18 damage to both of them. Swirling meteorites emerge from the vortex, little purple candies and little puffs that swirl around and smash into the swordsman, sort of sending him flying back into this door and sort of denting it back. A few others go flying right past you, Kanara, into the archer and just sort of boom, 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 smash into him repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
So that is Aeon's go. Kuna, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
Back to crying.
Aww. That would be a 16.
To hit.
Yep.
All right, roll damage.
Oh, you just die already.
Right back at you.
19.
19. All right, so after all calculations, that halves the HP he has left.
Ouch.
Yeah. So you come in with a bellowing war cry and sort of shove him up against the wall with your shield and snarl into his face. He sort of lets out this before bringing up his system, sort of plowing it into your snout, making you back off a bit. Doesn't hurt or do any damage, but it's enough to get you off of him for a moment.
Hmm.
All right, and that just leaves
Very
Kayana.
unpleasant.
Okay. Okay.
Shame none of our magic users have ways of getting rid of buffs like that.
Yeah, you'd need the Dispel spell for that.
Yeah. Wait, how does one achieve such a thing?
I believe Dispel is a
Leveling
white
up.
magic spell.
Ah. So maybe if she dabbles in that sort of thing.
Yes, it's a superior white magic spell.
So that's a long ways out.
Not yet.
Ouch.
One day.
One day over the rainbow.
All right. So, who is up?
Me.
You want to shoot the swordsman or the archer?
Swordsman.
All right.
I like to take turns. I don't care.
All right. Accuracy.
Don't bring sword to a gunfight.
And now he's a stupid reason. Your accuracy is 2, right?
It's 3 right now because of the bonus from Kuna.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
7. That
Hey.
just hits.
Okay.
Woohoo! That is a very handy buff to people.
All right. Your dex plus 2d6.
Okay.
You
My
got
God, these guys are taking forever just to die.
Right?
Yeah,
And-
those extra tanks. Elves are helping them.
Mrs. Scarab's not so nice.
11.
11. All right, so after seeing like this guy sort of cut Aeon and then just get ganged up on by Cassandra and Rosa, but still be standing, your eyes sort of scan over him, looking for an opening where a bullet would finally puncture through this damn protection your damn scarab gave him, and finally you spot a point, just a spot, just this little gap in the shielding that's sort of slithering around his body as the energies are warping, and you see the spot, you lift up your gun, close an eye to aim better, and at the last second you pull off the trigger, boom! Magitech bullet flies across this little bolt of blue energy that strikes through the gap in his armor and hits him right between the eyes. Crumples. Dead as a doornail.
Question: how long
I think I
does this like...
traumatized Rosa more.
Yeah. And question: how long does this protection stuff last?
4
for these people?
turns.
Yep, they have, at the start of the Archer's next turn, he'll have two turns left. But regardless, I believe that's everyone.
How's the archer looking?
He's looking about ready to keel over.
Yeah, Kanar's probably gonna finish him off then.
That or we'll
Let's-
just all come
boy.
over and gang up on him.
Let's see here. With you
Let's
pinning
see,
him to the wall here, Kanara, this guy is going to decidedly be unhappy about his current situation and is going to attempt to shove past you.
Oh dear.
He's making a force check against you to try and get past you. He rolled an 11.
Okay,
He's an
can
11.
Kanar beat an 11?
You have a +4, so 2 and 5, so 6,
Oh,
7, 8,
no.
9, 10. That matches. It's a reroll.
Indeed
It's
it
a
is.
reroll, folks. Oh no.
On his
It's a battle
reroll,
of the
on,
woods.
on his reroll, he got a 10.
Oh.
You can beat 10. Come on, darkness.
Work with them, a dice rolled off, so I gotta roll that again. Aim for the center part of the goddamn mat. Come on. Even using my arm as a shield. Do it. That's not enough. He actually gets past.
Oh, no.
All right, so, like, there's a sort of moment where he's, like, sort of trying to duck past you, but you keep intercepting him, and at the last second, he's like, damn it, out of my way! He reaches out, and his hand, like, grabs onto your soft, sensitive nose, and his fingernails sort of dig into it for a second, and you involuntarily wince and backpedal with a high-pitched yelp. And the second you do that, he bodily shoves past you, and is going to spend his entire turn just booking it. He is running.
Get away.
He is certainly trying. Do you want to give chase?
Well,
She's
Rosa,
pissed.
Oh god.
well,
Alright.
Rosa running on adrenaline is going to go past. How far can... Right, so Rosa can get all the way here.
I mean, catch just up because he was.
But
You
you,
should have a
you,
bit
you,
more movement.
Right, so slow
you
down
do-
for
you
a
do
second
touch
here.
down.
Stop moving your tokens for a second, because I need to... Your own protect spells have worn off, so I need to deal with those.
That and you've used up your entire turn with that movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rosa shifts around just in time to see this guy just body slam Kanara, her giving the pained yelp, and then booking it after him. She running on complete adrenaline now, just after her her failed negotiation, the shield going up, the guy burning, all of that is going to give chase, pull back on the next arrow, and just fire. Well,
All right, accuracy.
quickly.
Roll it.
Not really thinking about it. 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 will
Again.
hit. 10 will hit.
It's like-
Roll damage.
That's 3 times in a row, or a 6 and a 1. Six, 7, 8. Alright, that is so 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 29 points of damage.
How do you want to do this? Claim your victory.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Huh. Okay. I wasn't actually meant to be prepared for this moment.
I don't think Rosa was either.
She was.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
she was-
shooting at random, like you said.
Yeah, it's
so...
like she Kanara gets body slammed, pushing the wall, yelps, just runs after, trying to get back here. Rosa just running on adrenaline, all that's going on, kind of already got tears in her eyes because she's freaked out. Like Aeon's crying, it's all a lot. Books it after, rounds a corner, just sees Kanara like reaching out, about to grab it, just basically running on adrenaline, pure instincts, pulls an arrow, cocks it, string back, and just releases it in its general direction, not really even taking time to properly aim or consider, just fires it.
All right, so the arrow kind of whips past your head, Kunara, like you feel like some of your cheek fur just sort of part as the arrow flies by. And the archer is like turning around, like trying to draw out a little dagger to defend himself, and the arrow just right in his eye.
Oh god.
Oh,
Well,
no.
he turned around just at the last second.
To try, because like he knew like Kunara was catching up to him, so he was turning around to try and fight back, and the arrow just right in the eye. And for this brief moment before he pitches backwards, the eye that has not been hit by an arrow just looks back towards you, Rosa, loses its shine, glasses over. Dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Kai, more therapy.
Ah!
Just their eyes meeting
I'm
at that
looking for
moment. I imagine just that there was just a beat of just their eyes meeting as she just saw the light leave it and just slump.
Yep.
So,
Rosa,
No, this was gone. Sorry.
Rosa is
Going
currently just frozen in, like, the adrenaline just bleeds out of her like just an exhale. She is still in the same spot, bow outheld, hand having just released it, just but it almost looks like she is a victim of a stop spell.
So, yeah,
And
Cassandra.
Kanara's response with this, because he just witnessed an arrow went past into this guy, and then she turns around to see Rosa, just snapped out of a rage moment, and starts to walk over to Kanara, to Rosa. Like, just noticing that she's distressed.
That's a word for it.
That's a word for it. So, like, Cassandra just, like,
Rosa? Did you? Oh.
You get one
Yeah,
ether
Cassandra
from the
just-
bodies, by the way.
so, yeah, Cassandra just, like,
Oh
heard
no,
the body
no,
fall
no.
and just, like, comes over and just sees Rosa.
It's my fault. I let the guy pass me.
He
I'm so
isn't
sorry.
even noticing you. She comes out
Yeah,
of the She comes out of the frozen moment and just starts wandering towards the body and looking at it. And just imagine his one remaining eye is still open, just glassy and dead, and she's still looking into it.
Yep.
No, looking silently at Rosa and the body, then slowly puts a hand on your shoulder.
I'm gonna roll a d20 now.
Oh, no.
Okay. She was hesitant to do it, by the way, but she just puts her hand solely on your shoulder. And
Oh no, that's a 5.
Oh, is that a bad
result for
what you're doing?
I've had plans for what happens if anyone touches her neck. In this moment, I'm putting it towards just touching her in general.
Oof.
Oh,
And what does a 5 do?
All right. So the moment Kunara touches Rosa on the shoulder is just in her mind's eye. She just sees a flash of a knife across her throat. Get away! Turns around, just smacks her across the face with her bow.
Oof.
Ooh.
Okay, accuracy check, please.
So we get +3. 6, 7, 8, 9.
and 9
Just-
hits.
Yeah, it just hits her.
All right, because you're just smacking her across the face, just roll me a d6 and add your power.
10 points of damage.
10 minus 6 from Kanara's armor, so 4. So Kanara, you take a total of 4 points of damage as Rosa basically punches you across the face, bow in hand.
Get away! Get up!
Hey. Like, Cassandra just comes around and says, hey, Rosa, look at me.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Hey.
She
use
drops
bow.
the bow to the ground.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Cassandra just pulls her into a hug.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
She just she's not even loudly crying because it's just like the shock to her system. She just tears silently streaming down her face as she keeps repeating over and over again, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to. He's dead. I didn't mean to. Just...
Rosa. He was trying to kill all of us.
I told him to stop.
Rosa, sometimes people just can't be negotiated. These men are kidnappers. They made their choice a long time ago.
Hey. Why?
Why what?
What? She can't even answer.
There's no real answer as to why. You made a choice. He could have left and hurt somebody else.
I don't feel so good.
I know. First kills never easy.
He looked scared.
Everyone fears death. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying.
I don't like this place.
I don't think any of us like this place.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. I'm not saying be proud of what you did. But don't go kicking yourself either, okay?
Just... She's going to turn around to the body, kneel down next to him, just gently shut the open eye.
Slide easily closed.
She's going to stand up and just like hair over her eyes, like almost like a dark shadow. Just start walking further in as she passes Kanara.
So she's walking ahead. Just in her own world, silent at the moment.
Okay, so then she stops briefly just to look at Kanara go and with a sob just follows on
Cassandra just picks up Rosa's bow and starts walking.
Tirmith kind of sticks with you.
So does Aeon.
Kanara's also gonna take one of her potions and drink it.
I really
As
thought
a
I'd
heads
have
up.
more time to prepare for something like this.
There's things we can't prepare, Sandra. You told me that.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, I think we can at the very least be fairly certain that she'll never enjoy it. As long as that stays true, she can probably stay one of the good guys.
She'll always be good. Better than all of us.
As long as all this doesn't break her.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
I can go be her plush. Do you think that would help, Kupo?
I think she could use all the adorableness she can.
Mm-hmm.
Go keep her company, Aeon.
Yeah, I was about to give Aeon a potion because health.
Alright, I'll take the potion as I walk by them.
He just holds it out to him.
Thank you, Kai.
That's Tyr, I did not mean to move Tyr.
Alright, so you regain 25% of your max HP,
Yee.
which is a total of 13, so you heal for 13 hit points.
Rosa, I know you're not up to talking or anything, but I'm here if you just need to hold something.
She Dot looks back, still got the shadow over her eyes. She begins to reach out for Aeon and then notices from earlier when Cassandra had that shoulder injury, the blood still dried onto her hands. And just looks at it and just begins to try and rub it off frantically.
You just... Where is this? You said it's her hand?
Yeah, but it's Cassandra's blood earlier when she got shot in the shoulder and pulled the arrow out.
He just kind of gently, like, grabs her hand and just...
It's okay, Rosa. It's okay. Take a deep breath, okay? No.
Sorry.
Hmm.
Sorry, I kind of like that when you said it.
You're fine.
He
It's
just
okay.
takes a hold of Aeon and keeps going.
Aeon just, like, snuggles up to Rosa.
Alright. So, pressing on then.
Yep.
Alright. So, making your way back into the room where the battle was just had. Cassandra, you have disappeared from me. Oh, there you are. So, making your way back into the room where the battle would just took place. There is still the door directly across from the archway, and a door on the northern side. How do y'all wish to proceed? Where are you going?
Judging by the angle, I'd say this door leads to where the others are hiding. I say we try this door.
Yeah, Kanara's currently basically... Does the door have a keyhole or something, or is it just a door?
It's just a door. Like the one directly in front of
probably-
you, yeah.
So it probably sees if it's opened or not. Like,
It's not open, but like if you try the handle, it's not locked.
that's what I
Cassandra,
meant, yeah.
Cassandra walks past Rosa and Aeon to Kanara. You okay?
She doesn't say anything. She just looks pretty down and doesn't know what to say, pretty much. There's her own thoughts in mind.
She didn't mean it, you know.
Still no response, unfortunately.
What a mess. Let's just press on and get out of here.
Then she goes to slowly open the door.
It opens without issue. And you are greeted to a very large and open chamber with a few holes in the roof letting in the morning sunlight and dusty streams. You can see scattered around a handful of round wooden tables, large in size. Scattered against the far wall, a pile of old and half-decayed boxes. The room is in sort of an L shape, as a little further down it looks like there's another room that sort of intersects with it. Sort of a chunk of wall that sort of pokes through and keeps you from seeing whatever's on the other side, but you can see a door set into said chunk. At the southernmost end of this room, you can see what looks to be a large, more recently added brazier that is supposed to be burning right now, so give me a second while I add the fire to it.
Go ahead.
Okay, that'll have to do. It's basic bitch as hell, but it works.
Who's gonna rolls her awareness to see if she picks up on anything again.
Okay, roll it.
Oh god, that's a critical success.
All right. So sniffing around, you immediately detect the smells of cooked food, soups, and the smell of the three individuals that you just fought. You get the impression that they had been in this room just before they went into position to try and intercept you lot, to ambush you. So you can see what look to be polished off plates, vaguely polished off with a few bits of crumbled leftover food still on the tables. There is a bubbling pot over the brazier that smells very nicely of fresh stew. A mess hall, by the looks of it.
So, is there still stew in the pot, or would that be all gone?
There's still stew in the pot. Not a whole lot, but still some, yes.
He looks at this and gestures to the others. Perhaps you should get yourselves a meal to strengthen you up a bit more. Must be hungry at this point in time. Oh. She said that in a pretty low tone, but pretty much enough for them to hear.
Tiermith kind of comes right up to the fire, and the cauldron and just kind of hops up and puts his claws right on the side of it, just completely ignoring the fire as he looks in.
I mean, I'm all for a good meal, but do we really have the time?
Might as well.
I don't think any of us are really hungry after what just happened, Kanara.
Just a suggestion.
I
Maybe
need
on
my Aeon Flash.
Yeah.
I secure the perimeter.
Yeah.
All right, so Kunara, you head over and open up that door there.
Mm-hmm.
All
Checking
right.
the perimeter is still secure, I guess.
Yep. Pushing open that door, you are greeted to the sight of what looks to be an old kitchen. There is a long sort of wood and stone counter sort of along the northern wall of the chamber that looks to have been cleaned off a little bit and serves the purpose of being a place where you can cut things up. There's a sort of a stove in the middle of it, an oven of sorts. You can see a couple of crates that are newer than the ones you saw outside stacked up against the back wall. And sort of prying one of them open, you see plenty of food supplies inside that look like they could store for a long time. Dried jerky, some very basic hard breads, that sort of thing. Dried fruits.
She immediately pretty much grabs whatever she can in the kitchen, I guess.
Okay.
So
There is a door on the southern end of the room.
I have noticed that. So she probably would see if that's secured first.
Pushing that door open, it leads out into a larger chamber that looks like it long ago caved in. You can see a lot of really old barrels and crates scattered around, many of which have caved in over the years or are infested with mold and wood rot. An old storage room that has long since fallen out of use.
I mean, she probably figures there's nothing in there and probably stocks up on whatever she could find.
Make a scavenge check.
Yeah. You say there's a load of stuff in here, but there's nothing much in there, so what the scavenge check would be for that?
Just roll it. I'll tell you if you find anything.
Alright. I think that's a flat on. Hang on a minute. Have I got anything? Scavenge. Let's have a look.
Should hope so. You lived in the wilds for how long?
Should it? Yeah. Thought as much. So that is a 9 again.
A 9. Yeah, you look
Too many
around,
bloody
but
nines.
unfortunately you don't find anything.
So nothing in this place then.
Nope. Nothing in the kitchen.
Then I guess back in the kitchen.
As we're standing there, Rosa kind of holding Aeon in her arms, kind of just feel the increasingly lack of mana. Just kind of silently, when I'm reaching to a bag, pull out a bubblegum blueberry flavored ether, and just pass it to Aeon, and then go back to holding him quietly. No change in mood or expression.
Okay. Rosa uses an ether on you, Aeon.
Thank you, Rosa.
So you're back up to 18 MP. 18, not 128.
Please, I'll take that.
No.
Right.
I would say that it's at about this time that Kunara is returning from her search.
I mean, this is like a cutting board to cut up like a loaf of bread, everyone, but yeah.
So you come stepping back out, I assume just with just like you found some bread and are just bringing that out.
Well, whatever's in the kitchen, as for the bread, figures she cuts some up for the soup.
I like who
Just a
Kunara's like,
knife.
we're in the middle of enemy territory, let's have lunch.
Like,
Well,
I'm
sort
trying to
of.
rescue hostages that are currently in here, potentially going to be killed.
Sort of. It's a bit of a more silent mind thing going on.
I'm imagining if that other girl was still here, what's her name?
Like Val Mafra would absolutely be sympathetic to Rosa, but would be like, you can process later.
So
Yeah.
is Kanara really just going back towards the soup?
Yeah, she's kind of in her own mindset at the moment.
Rosa is just going to turn around with Aeon and start walking back out the door.
Kai, Tyr, go with her and watch over her for a bit. I'll be right there.
Roger. Of course, Anne is in Rosa's hands, so. So let's stick with Cassandra and Kunara for the moment.
You get the munchies when you're upset?
He only pays attention to you a bit. Not exactly.
Just kind of. Is Kanara sitting or is she standing?
She is sitting by the fire and just staring into it and pretty much preparing stuff, I guess.
Okay, but are you standing or are you sitting? Are you on your butt or your feet?
I just said she's sitting at the moment
Okay.
preparing stuff,
Alright,
Okay.
so
but staring into
Okay.
the fire.
Cassandra will sit next with her. You can talk if you want.
Problem is, I don't know what to say on the matter.
We knew something like this would come up eventually. Especially when you're going up against a pack of kidnappers. The adventuring life always leads to violence.
I know that most of my life.
I remember my first kill. Bunch of bandits. Just got out of training. Thought I was on top of the world. But running your spear through a dummy on the training ground and running it through an actual person is always a lot different. I actually puked. I don't say it got easier after that. I guess I just learned to live with it.
Mine are different reasons, obviously. After all, my first kill was prey. A hunt, per se. At one moment, it felt like an achievement and joy that immediately turned sour. And not the most funnest moment in my life. And there were plenty more once I learned how to kill for the sake of the pack. After all, you either get enough to feed us all, or, well, we start to turn like a bunch of violent monsters towards each other. However, I miss the days when it used to be just prey.
I miss the days when it was just a dummy.
And for the record, I know she didn't mean it. She's obviously going through the motions. It's complicated. I have a lot of things going in my head.
Don't we all?
Most of mine reminds me of... And for a brief moment of pause, he did shed a tear and then wipes it away. Reminds me mostly of my not prideful moments, failures, and disappointment.
I know how you feel.
No offense, I fail to feel that you do.
You're not the only
But you
one
s-
here with secrets, Kanara. You're not the only one here with regrets.
And tell me, have you ever led before? Ever become a leader at one point in your life?
Is this something that we should move to the whisper room?
Hey, if you want to move it now, if we're getting more into it,
Yeah, if you want
that's up
to.
to you, Almighty DM.
I didn't want to propose it just in case it's holding up the game for everyone, but if you feel it is, then yeah.
That's fine. Let's just go ahead. All right.
Okay.
Here I be.
Yay,
Here I be.
secrets!
Yay for secrets. You may now speak
Cassandra's
candidly.
letting everybody's secrets.
Right? I guess like Cassandra kind of being the neophil of this group kind of just holds true.
Yep.
Go on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, did you ever have the weight of responsibility upon your shoulders to all those who look up to you, those you have to make sure they are capable of holding their own, or even have any form of use whatsoever? But then sharing such a leadership role with another who doesn't seem to always want to connect or help in certain situations, because we have our own ideals, our own differences, how to run the pack. However, at the end, the more I think about it, all that bitterness and rage I had long ago, I tried to leave behind. Perhaps it was right for them to banish me. Perhaps I was never meant to feel belonged or part of a pack, nor even have the right to lead. I have brought shame to my entire family.
I know it sounds hard to believe, Kanara, but I at least know some of how that feels. Never was a leader of a big platoon, but I had my differences with people back home. And I know what it's like to be banished.
You've been banished.
Garlat. I grew up there. I trained there. I can never go back. And I brought shame onto my family too.
Then I guess, in some respects, we're not so different.
No, I guess not. Just kind of puts a hand on Kanara's.
He shook up a bit by it, but then relaxes.
We're friends now.
I admire the gesture, but the thing is, I still don't trust myself with such a thing.
To be honest, I don't fully trust myself either. But I try. If not for my own sake, for the others. Rosa needs people like us.
Even though, in a moment of weakness, my guy escaped my grasp, and Rosa did something. That emotionally broke her.
That
To the
wasn't your
point
fault.
where, but it was. If I didn't let him get away, could have prevented this whole thing.
She would have taken a life eventually.
I know, but
Life and adventure, you won't survive if you're a pacifist.
I am aware of that. But I had him. He was there, and I didn't want Rosa to be exposed to something like that, like because of me. Physical scars I can handle, but like I said before, mental scars hit me more. It has always been my flaw, my weakness. And there have been plenty who exploited that. Which, to tell you the truth, is probably the greatest fear I have in my heart. To feel belonged, but then to feel the pain of sorrow when it never works out, as it all falls apart. Because of me. Which, I guess now you know why I have a hard time bonding with others. But sometimes my past comes back to haunt me and remind me of the happy times, I guess.
Past creeps up on all of us. I remember how scared I was just to travel with you all back in Marasu. After what happened with the thief. But I guess when you're a leader, you have to put everybody else's well-being above your own.
But of course, it's what a great leader would always do. At least, that's what I believe anyway.
Maybe we couldn't protect Rosa forever. But what we can do now is be there.
You are right. Even though I feel that now and then you probably could do a better job than I could. I mean, you're basically her idol.
Still not comfortable with that. But if it gives her comfort, I'll accept that role.
You're not comfortable with it? No offense, it's just I see you as the one who likes to have a moment of glory, that's all.
To be perfectly honest, it's just me acting tough.
I guess now and then we all put on an act. Not even I know who I am sometimes. Am I the one who wants to protect others around me? Or the, as I guess Rosa thinks of me, the sort that can do somewhat amazing, badass stuff, however she would put that.
She just kind of looks down at her scarf. I wonder if I'm my own person, or if I'm just my grandfather's descendant. You read about him, all he did. You know him like I did. You just always have that chip on your shoulder, and you always have to live up to the warrior of light, Thanatos.
It is quite strange. Out of all the humans I met, never have I met one like you.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I mean, most of the ones I've come across, they are the sort that is like, hey, I have this person here, could you go kill them for me?
Yeah, I get requests like that a lot.
Which is why I left that sort of mercenary stuff behind. That, and it got to the point where I just felt very on myself in the end. I even dare say I got sick of it. It's just the same over and over again.
I don't like killing. Unless they really deserve it, I usually won't take contracts like that.
As for me, being such a rare breed of killer, I guess, many would see me as a monster. Or the stuff of nightmares. Those who live to tell the tale. I never wanted to be like that.
I don't see a monster.
Then what do you see?
A strong, independent Lupin who just wants companionship. You put on this lone Wolfact back in Marasu. Then just the short weeks that we've been together, you're concerned about Rosa, protective, helping others. I don't see it. I don't think a monster would be so protective.
My mother and father would do. I took after them. Speaking of, you're not the only one that, I guess, holds a sentimental belonging of them. I mean, for this cloak, for example, belonged to my father. I took it on to remember him and as a form of comfort.
Yes, and we're liking that too. This scarf, even my lance. It's all from my grandfather. He would have
Wish I-
liked to.
And then perhaps, if my father was still around, he could have perhaps liked you. He didn't see all bad in humans. He was wary of them. He even told me tales where there was some where he was unable to avoid them, which surprisingly had decent comments and chats with. Although, I say the thing that makes me wary the most during the celebration for me and my sister and the rest of the pack just having a wonderful time, but then we noticed 5 of us were missing. Until one of the hunters came back, blooded and near death's door, cleansing my father's cloak in his hands, informing him that him and 3 other hunters perished. A run-in with humans that were either unfriendly or something must have went wrong in the hunt. I don't know. But I do know one thing. As much as I was upset and shocked that day, I didn't want, never in my mind did I want to spite an entire species because of the death of my father and 3 others. But it has made me wary of them. And definitely not to underestimate those who in my sister's eyes seem inferior. But to me, no. Because that would be foolish thinking and unwise. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's why I keep telling myself. Even though we would never bring him back. So, with that, forgive my wariness of you now and then.
It's alright.
But do you really think I would truly belong with you all?
I like to think so. Everyone has a place they belong, Kenara. Whether it's home, family, or friends. And you got plenty of them right here.
And in that case, if you permit me to do so, she looks awkwardly.
Raises an eyebrow. Yeah.
She immediately goes to hug.
She kind of stunned for a bit, but eventually just returns it.
Which at this point she could not hold back her tears. Then slowly leans back. Sorry.
You can let it out, Kenara.
Just have been holding back at my emotions for so long. It's just so hard to accept them. They do tend to be unpredictable now and then.
Maybe. But they make us who we are.
Such inspiring words.
I have my moments.
I guess you do.
Cassandra gets up and reaches out a hand for her. Ready?
Ready. Just let me collect myself a bit before letting the others in.
No worries.
I'd rather they didn't see me this vulnerable yet.
I won't
Especially
tell.
since we're supposed to save people.
And we still will.
Mm.
Damn it, I accidentally opened Adobe Premiere. What the hell?
Then, with that, you have my full trust in your hands, Rosa. And
Cassandra.
Cassandra. Well, she's going to go down the list, but yeah. Aeon, Kai, and I suppose... Well, I'm not sure about Fluffy. That bird still was... not too fond of me.
Well, when you first mention him eating a chocobo in front of a chocobo, it tends to happen.
That, and I would say me and that one moment hitting Rosa just to snap out of a trance probably didn't help. She pecked really hard, it hurt. I won't lie.
She'll get over it.
And as for TMF, he probably very accepting. He seems to be pretty chill compared to Aeon.
Tyr's pretty chill with pretty much anybody.
Whatever the case may be, I'm trusting my life into all of your hands. And if you're willing to do the same, then perhaps this is the start of something better for all of us.
It's called friendship, Kenara.
Da, 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 da.
I know.
Well, I guess in my words, we'll call it a pack of such. And since I hold duty to my customs, I will see you all as my pack, and I shall do my best to keep you all safe.
And in turn, we'll watch your back.
Fangplane's word and honor.
Hey, Kunara,
Mm?
your number 2 short-term goal just got completed.
Yes.
Cross that off and
Oh,
give yourself a... I forget how many destiny points that is.
Probably in the book somewhere.
Da, 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 da. Let me see here.
What was the goal?
Either reunite with the old pack or forge a new one.
Yep.
2 points. You get 2 points of destiny. So go ahead and give yourself that
Sweet.
and cross that objective off.
Okay, so I guess for now, because I don't know how you done it, I'm just gonna put like a X or something next to it.
You can set it
Like
to
that?
strike through with the formatting.
Strike through.
Yeah, it's when you're editing something, it will look like an S with a strike through it, kind of like next to the italic and bolds.
Ah, I see. I see it.
Yeah, you just use that when you complete an objective. Just cross it off the list.
Alright. Do I have to highlight it and then cross or just
Yeah,
does
yeah,
it-
yeah, because it's just like italicizing or bolding something.
There
It's a
we go.
formatting option.
Done.
All right, there you
How's
go.
that look?
Yep, that's fine. All right. So, I believe that'll probably be a good thing for that scene to end off on. We have
Yeah,
been leaving
at
the
this-
others sitting for a while now.
At
Yeah,
this
that
point,
went a little
Kanara
bit
is just
longer,
now
actually.
focusing of collecting herself while Cassandra goes and obviously the others that were about to move on.
All right, well,
Yep.
so let's go ahead, return to the others, and see what comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, that took a while.
Yes, I did.
That'll
So Mystic is
Yeah.
AFK, I think.
I don't know what happened. I texted her and she's not responding.
Oh no. All right. Well,
I can text her on her phone and see if I can figure out where she is.
indeed. How much longer do we reckon we'll be able to go, by the way?
I can go another 30 minutes.
I'm about to say, yeah, probably another 30 minutes.
Yeah, up to 2 o'clock for us, so it'd be fine.
All right, another 30 minutes. So just long enough to address whatever the hell's happening with Rosa and all them out in the corridor.
Yeah, so how long did that do you think that conversation took in universe? Because you got a while.
It was pretty much nothing but conversation, so I honestly have no idea. I wasn't keeping track.
Mm.
I would say maybe 10 to 15 minutes or so.
Oh, good, because Rosa was just kind of blindly marching forwards in a bit of a state.
Oh dear.
Well, I imagine Kai and Tyr wouldn't let her like leave out the door.
Well, let's hope. Because that's what she was doing when you went to talk. She was just kind of blindly marching forwards, kind of not quite there. So
Oh boy.
Get
Yeah,
back,
so Rosa-
Siamus.
Yeah, I'm back. So,
Yes,
on Mystic?
I texted her. She hasn't responded. She might have got pulled away by her parents. I am not sure. Did she say anything before she disappeared?
No, I texted her. Hold on. I texted her at 8:04, and she's not responding.
so the last thing she said was when I gave her the ether.
Honey. Okay.
That might be problematic.
Again, either she went off and make her something to eat, or her parents dragged her away. I don't know. She is not responding to text either. Let's give her a few minutes.
Long enough for me to go and use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Ugh.
Technical screen time.
But yeah, me and Ari will briefly discuss that we plan to make a gift for Aeon whenever that comes up in the universe and Rosa isn't PTSD stricken. Because, Aeon's wand broke, we were planning on synthesizing up a tier 2 weapon that has to glow permanently.
So we were saying, Tom, like, Cassandra truly has become the new Knee, considering she literally has had private moments with just about everybody now. Private moments with Kai, now Kanara.
Cassandra Neophil.
No.
No. I have a Thil in my name, I would have you know. I am the Thil, she is the Shadow Grasp, she's the edgy one.
Edgeophil.
No.
The edge.
This party is far less professional and hey!
Sorry.
You okay, huh?
That's alright.
Did you get called away?
I'm fine.
You get called away?
Alright. Tom's just used the... Well, Tom's using the restroom, and we were just talking about... Well, a few things, like...
And Hades was asking things.
I'm back.
Mystic is back.
Hey, what happened?
Bye.
I say, did you get called away by your parents, or did you get food?
Rather not talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well,
Yeah, I figured that.
the scene with Darkness and Hades is wrapped up, so.
Which
Yeah.
is coming to greet you all.
Well, we'll see if we're still there, because 15 minutes ago,
Uh-oh.
Rosa was just walking towards that next door.
I think Kai just like kind of blocks her. Okay, how would I...
Okay, there. I'm still holding the Aeon.
Aeon has been kidnapped. Send help.
This is not an uncommon thing. I kidnap Aeon a lot.
Indeed.
Emotional support plus.
So, yeah, Kai understands in the way Rosa just stops and looks at her.
She's like, "Yes, you have to stay put. Because we're not leaving anybody behind."
And it's not safe to go running off ahead all on our own either. Safest as a group.
She just slumps a bit, backs towards the wall, and just starts leaning against it, still holding Aeon. Doesn't say a word.
Tiamat will kind of come up next to you and just sort of curl up beside you and like drape his chin over your lap.
For what it's worth, I know what you're going through. Pretty sure everyone here does.
She glances down, but otherwise doesn't speak. She's just very much not there.
Tiamat kind of turns his head a bit to look up at you.
There's not really anything we can say that'll make it better. It's not one of those things you can just talk through on its own. Took me a while to process it when I had my first. I don't want to, diminish what you're going through at all, but I probably had it a little easier simply because I'm a dragon. Fighting and killing things is just kind of in my blood. It's almost what I was designed to do. But still. I know it's really uncomfortable, but for now we need you to focus up. And once we're out of here, once all those people are safe, then you can sit down and process and work through it as long as you like. But right now, we do need you to focus.
He stares at him for a moment before giving a slow nod. She reaches behind her as if to get the bow, realizes it's not there, glances towards the door where she knows Cassandra is, still holding it, and then just holds Aeon a bit tighter and waits.
Yeah, Kai's like kind of like looking at the scarab that, even though she put it in her pocket, she just kind of looked at it in her hand.
It's no longer buzzing. Its legs have retracted, and that signal that you know indicates that it has gone dormant.
Mm-hmm. She just wants to look at it for a few seconds.
Anyone have any comments on the scarab?
Yeah, she just she's. I'm trying to think of what she would say.
I more meant like
Rosa would have if she wasn't mentally enclosed right now.
After a second, Tiamat kind of looks past Rosa at the scarab.
So, what's that thing?
It's scarab.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
It's just something that someone dear to me left behind.
When it was flying up there, I sensed a lot of stuff coming from it.
He kind of looks at Tyr.
Well, I'm a dragon. Am I kind of particularly in tune with the way the world works? So, it's kind of hard to describe. It's... You know how you smell with your nose? And you can just kind of pick up aromas in the air if you walk into them and they're strong enough?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like that for me, for sensing things that are significant, like magic or whatever. Just this little thing, this pressure that's not in the air, that when it's going around, I can kind of feel it shifting. And when your scarab thing popped open its wings and did that, I felt a lot of that. Like, a lot more than I even feel when Aeon does her magic. His magic, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm surrounded by a lot of women these days.
Okay.
Couldn't begin to tell you what exactly I was sensing, just that there was a lot of it.
Yeah, I didn't know what it could do until you found out. I was curious.
Well, maybe hold off on further field tests until we're not in the middle of a combat situation. Figure out what it does in a controlled environment, yeah?
Yeah, that'll be correct.
Kind of leans forward after a moment and sniffs it a couple times. Cassandra, could you do me a favor and roll an awareness check for Tiamat?
Yep.
He pulls away from it a second later.
Thing's old.
Yeah.
Real old. Probably older than anyone in this group, frankly.
Yeah. He probably had it before I came into the mix.
Well. And then Tiamat just kind of sets his chin back down on Rosa's lap and closes his eyes.
And Kai is kind of like a guard just blocking the door.
Just leaning against the door and making sure no one tries to go through.
Yeah.
Alright. If that's the case and nothing is said after that. Alright. Then after a little while, Cassandra and Kunara come back out.
Actually, Kanara's still in there at the moment.
Alright, Kunara lingers a bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you can just see Kai just looking at her. They're kind of looking at Cassandra's just saying, how'd it go in there?
I think we're making progress on her.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Just walks up there. Rosa?
She looks up.
You ready to talk about it?
She stands up, kind of, her mouth opens as if she goes to say something before it closes again. Glances down and then gently just towards the bow on your shoulder.
Are you sure you're up for that?
Choice do I have?
Kind of hands her over the bow. But doesn't let go of it and just looks at her. When we're done here, we'll have a nice, long, heart-to-heart chat. Okay?
She looks down at the bow and stares at it for a good long minute before taking it and slinging it over her shoulder.
Which is at this point, Kanara starts walking out more. Looking like her more usual self. And pretty much has all the supplies you could get from that place.
Alright.
Started walking up. About to take a position at the front, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Kai move over.
Mm-hmm.
Rosa is going to gently let Aeon go and flutter out in front of her again.
Mm.
And Kunara seems to have merged with Cassandra.
Yeah.
Everyone it's like the old school Final Fantasy games in FF7 where the group just kind of just squishes into cloud every time a cutscene ends.
Yeah.
But regardless.
But she does stop when she comes up to Rosa.
So yeah, just letting Aeon go. So Aeon is now free floating and movable again.
Mm-hmm.
Even has tension towards Rosa. And then slowly goes in for a little bit of a comfort hug.
She doesn't really respond, but she doesn't resist either right now.
Mm-hmm. And she slowly goes back up and walks to the door.
All right. So with that, as your hand reaches out to find the knob and proceed deeper into this dungeon to find the people who are missing and get them out of here, I think that's a good place for us to call it for the day.
Yep.
Because we got sidetracked. Something fierce.
A little bit. Not to mention the combat encounter lasted probably a little bit longer than it should have.
I mean, yeah, the protect and shell kind of threw a monkey wrench into the pacing of that a bit.
God, that threw a wrench in many things.
Oh yeah, it did.
Things went differently.
Yeah, the whole situation went weird.
Yeah.
But either way, so thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for tuning in to this session of Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno. We will see you next time. Until then, keep listening. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, excusez-moi. I was half expecting you guys to reach the boss today, but I guess not.